my goodness.
All right, we are live. Let's see. All right. All right. Hey y'all. Hey Angie. Hey Ivy. Hey B. Hey Miss Lanaya. I think you were the first one here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank y'all for coming. We are getting started soon. Now I know you all are used to seeing this face. Are you used to seeing this one? Do you know who is in the building with me? Do y'all know her?
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon.
Miss Jen. Welcome. Thanks for showing up. Do you know who this is?
It's been a while.
I am like, for y'all, for those of you who like look at all my YouTube videos, you probably see this face quite a bit.
Every now and then. Yep.
Yeah, quite a bit. Actually, she's everywhere. She's right here too, sitting on my desk too. Okay, just telling you the whole truth, nothing but the truth. But she is my hairstylist, Danita. So Danita is in the building as well. I had to get her to join me because you all just have no idea. Whew, in terms of this product line, y'all, the person I have been driving nuts behind the scene with testing all the products has been Danita.
Yes.
In addition to some of you all, I know some of you all have helped me, tested some of the products for me, but this one right here, y'all have no idea.
Oh,
thank you, Danita.
You're very welcome.
So I will be showing you all a little teeny video in a moment that's going to play on the back end, so that you can get to know her a little bit. No, you probably don't.
What? News to me. I did not know that.
Didn't know that. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Veronica, welcome. Welcome
funny.
you all. I'm going to get started in a moment. I just like to take the first few minutes just to talk. But yeah, I have a little video from back in 2020.
Oh, man.
2020 that I'll be showing in a little bit as I talk about the product line. But there you go. You see yourself back right there?
Oh, wow. I got you. Okay.
Okay, you see it?
Carry on. Carry on.
So I'll be showing a video soon.
This?
So who's in the building? You all tell me who's in the building. Where are you from? Where are you? My hair loves all your products. Let me go ahead and display that.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. And I tell you, my products love your hair. So thank you. I wish I could see you all. Sometimes I do a Zoom where I can actually connect the face with the person, and eventually sometimes I do that. If you are on my listserv, then sometimes I actually send out a message for a Zoom so that I can actually meet you. So I think I'll be doing that with my YouTube community, or you need to get on the listserv as well. So we have Fort Worth is in the building. I see some participants in my Let's Get Growing class in the building.
Oh, very good.
Welcome for being in the building.
Let's Get Growing graduate right here.
Yeah, she's a Let's Get Growing graduate as well. Hey, Miss Bernie, you are in the building. Nice of you to join me. It's like I feel like I know you because I know the names, but just trying to connect the names. We got Miss Shirley from Florida. Nice. Welcome. Okay, yes. We do meet on Zoom. Okay, fantastic. Where are we from? Do we have, I know I have an international, I'm saying what, West Coast. I know I get quite a few people from California.
Yeah, where the West Coast people at? Thank you, East Coast.
Let's see, we got... Okay,
we got Arizona. There we go.
Arizona, Miss Veronica. The products are being shipped next week. They are coming. I have many orders to fulfill. They are coming soon. Hey, Miss Maria. Thank you for joining. Nice. You all. So this is a celebration. I have been. Oh Lord, this celebration.
Felt that, oh Lord.
This celebration has been a long time in the making. It has been a very long time in the making. I think I've been having this celebration since August of 2024, but y'all, it's finally
it doesn't matter how long
it's finally here. I believe in God's timing. So now it's the celebration. So I am celebrating the official relaunch of my product line. I say relaunch because it's not a new product line. I actually developed Curl House products back in I started developing them back in 2019. So actually I started selling them in 2019, but COVID hit in 2020. And when I actually started selling them, I was just selling them to my clients. So hold on, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Karen Flowers. I am a licensed cosmetologist, a certified trichologist, and the owner of the Curl House collection. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's what I say on YouTube. But anyway, no, actually say, hey guys, I'm Karen Curl House.
Right.
Oh yeah, hey guys. But yeah, I'm a trichologist, so I specialize in hair loss, and of course, I specialize in natural hair and healthy hair. And this person, did you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
My name is Danita Loren. I am a licensed cosmetologist specializing in natural hair.
Okay. And she is my hairstylist as well. So actually, she's a little more than that, but we'll go into that later.
Okay.
But anyway, I with the Curl House collection, actually, I created it back in 2019, but it wasn't until 2020 that I actually launched it or released it to, I'll say, the masses, because I know with products, and particularly with products that really target scalp care and hair loss, I did not just want to be the type of company that solely promotes products as the answer to all of your hair and scalp issues. Like, I just could not do it. I had to educate people about the products and make sure that people were taking more of a holistic approach to their healthy hair and healthy hair care. But that was in 2020. So in 2020, I decided with COVID, I closed the trichology center. I was actually working in a medical center at the time. So I closed the trichology center and I decided, okay, well, I guess I'm going to release it to the masses. And that was exactly 5 years ago. So what I did, y'all, this is what I'm about to show. What I did back in 2020, I'm going to go ahead and show this clip of me back in 2020. So I did this big product release party online. And I did the big chop online. And to release the product, what I did this. So you see this little video in here in the corner. Wait, are you cut off, Danita? Let's see. I think your face is cut off. Is Danita's? No, it's your face cut off. Here, you are cut off. I don't want you cut off. Let's see if I can do this. Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. So what you see is me cutting off my sister locks back in 2020. So this is like my big reveal back then. Yes, I cut off all my sister locks.
Flashback.
Yeah, this is a flashback. That's when I officially launched this Curl House product line back in 2020. And the reason I decided, hey, Miss Ruth, the reason I decided back in 2020 to cut off my hair, because my product line was new. And guess what else was new? You see those gorgeous sister locks? They were relatively new too. And for anyone who has sister locks and know the process for sister locks, you can't put a lot of product in your hair. And I had the growth drops back then. Wait, where's the camera? That product. This was actually the product I was releasing, my very first product, which is now called the Healer. Let me check myself.
Hey.
But I was releasing this product and I had created other products as well that I was using with my clients. But I realized with my sister locks, I couldn't use these products because I had sister locks. I had not just sister locks, I had immature sister locks. So with immature sister locks, you can't put a lot of products in it. And I thought, you know what? If I'm going to have a product line, it does not make sense for me to have a product line and I have a product line, but I can't use the product on myself. So that's what this video is. I decided that I would just cut off all my sister locks live. How you like that? So you'll see in a moment. So this is what this clip is. It is me cutting my sister locks off. Danita's about to come in a moment and cut my hair off in a moment. So I'll just have this playing in the background. It's about 8 minutes, but you get to see live me cutting all my hair off and I'm starting over. And that's what I did for the big launch. You remember that?
It was so fun.
It was.
And they were new. Like, had it been a year?
No, it hadn't been a year.
It hadn't even been a year that she had them in, which if you have had sister locks or know someone who went through the process of getting sister locks installed, it is a long process.
It was a 40-hour process.
Quite expensive to go with the 40-hour time frame, having them installed. And then she, less than a year later, I cut them off, but it was so fun. It was an exciting time, and it was necessary. It was needed. A lot of people at the time were like needing a restart anyway. People that was right after, like, literally when we were allowed to go back to work.
That was before.
Right? Was it before?
We were sitting at home.
That's right. We were actually, we weren't even back in the salon yet. We were about to go back into the salon. So,
which is why we're sitting in my house as opposed to being in the salon, because hairstylists, we don't like doing hair at home.
No,
we will go to the hair salon. So no, that is why we were sitting at home, sitting in my house.
And you inspired a few other big chops too, like some other people, right after COVID, people had, done things with their hair. So it was a good time.
A lot of people cut their hair off and cut their locks off as a result of this. So it was fun.
Let that hair go.
I cut some people thought I was crazy, y'all. Like, did you really just cut all your hair off? What is wrong with you? I've been trying to grow my hair out, and here you are cutting it off. Yeah, I did that. I cut it all off, but I cut it off because, like I said, I had this new product line, and I could not, and the locks were new too, and I couldn't use my own products in my hair, and that didn't make sense to me.
It would have messed her locks up. It would have, like using the products would have messed the locks up.
Oh, the question is, am I cutting my hair again? Yeah. No, we're not cutting my hair. We're not cutting my hair again this time. No, I'm not cutting, at least not yet. Actually, to be totally transparent, I'm not cutting it. Now, in terms of hairstyles, my preference is a nice fly haircut. It is a nice fly haircut. I will rock a short haircut. It is easy. I think it looks fly. I got all this gray hair at the top now. So I like a nice fly haircut. The reason I'm not cutting it now is because I actually need my hair to do demonstrations. So let's say I'm not cutting it yet. I will cut it again, but I wanted to show this little clip of me cutting my hair off, because it really, really marks the true launch, or the first launch of the Curl House product line. And I did. I cut it all off. But y'all, I've cut my hair off several times.
Right.
So it's not
this ain't our first rodeo with this.
Yeah. I could do a whole other video on how many times I cut my hair off. I've cut it off several times.
It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years since I launched this product line.
And it's as a hairstylist, I just like to say, it's just so satisfying watching it again. I'm just like, I enjoyed it then. I'm enjoying watching it. Like, it's great.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I rocked it. I loved it. And since then, where is the link to my products? Oh, Miss Classy, how dare I talk about my products but not put a link? The link is right here. It is curlhouse.com. I'll be bringing in my chemist soon. In about 15 minutes, she'll be joining me. And we are going to talk about the product line. In about 15 minutes, we'll talk about the ingredients. You'll get to have an opportunity to get the chemist perspective of it as well. So that is coming soon. But you all can see, I have cut all my hair off. That was in 2020. Now I'm not doing that. But like I said, I've cut it off before. I've even had, although I am a licensed cosmetologist, I don't style hair anymore. I retire. I am a retired licensed cosmetologist. So I don't style hair anymore. But
at all.
Yeah.
I just wanna clarify at all, okay? Maybe your mama.
Well, Danita, you'll be cutting your. I can go ahead and make that announcement. I'll be cutting Danita's hair off.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
No, wait a minute. I was supposed to cut your hair off for your birthday, which was in February, but she played me, y'all. And no, I think I'll wait till June.
What had happened was I was all excited. I was like, oh, I need a big change. Let me cut my hair off. And then I was like, I got a few more styles I want to do first. So I just pump the brakes, paused on that for a moment. Eventually they're coming off. She doesn't know that it might not be June because I've fallen in love with my hair again, but eventually it will happen. And when it does, I'm going to do the first snip and then you got the rest.
Okay. All right. So that'll be this year?
We won't make any promises. Won't make any promises to the people, ladies. Ladies, no promises here.
Okay,
but it will happen.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see.
Tailbone length hair for your product. What?
Okay. Wish you could do my tailbone length hair with your product.
Oh, girl.
Oh, child. Tailbone length hair.
Go ahead, honey.
I leave that tailbone length hair for Danita.
Who are you? Do you currently use the products for your tailbone length hair?
Yeah, no, she has some coming her way.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
She has some coming
her way. Gotcha. She will be. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're coming. So thank you very much. Thank you. We're about to talk about the products in a moment, but I just wanted to just take you all back. Sometimes you like Sankofa, sometimes you got to look back in order to go forward. So we're about to move forward, and I can go ahead and tell you the reason why I decided to go through this process of doing this rebrand with the products and rebrand with Curl House in general. So Danita, she is my hairstylist, but prior to her, how can I say this? Danita used to work in my hair salon. Mm-hmm. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. So Curl House actually started out as a natural hair salon. Actually. So Danita was a stylist there. It started out as a natural hair salon and I just specialized in natural hair. But after years and years of doing, y'all see all that gray? Oh, that was 5 years ago. Oh, it's so much more gray now. But after years and years of styling natural hair, I realized so many women were dealing with hair loss and other hair challenges. So I decided that I was going to become a trichologist. I wanted to understand why women were having so many scalp issues, why women were losing their hair. I really, really wanted to understand that. All right, here we go. And that was me, y'all. That was it. That was the next day after doing my second big chop. So in the morning, that's what I looked like. But by the evening, that's what I look like. That was my second big chop. That was back in 2020. You remember that?
Yep.
So anyway, as I was saying, so I decided to go to trichology school because I wanted to be a trichologist. I see your questions. I'm gonna answer them in a moment. I wanted to really specialize and really understand why so many women, particularly Black women, were losing their hair. So I became a trichologist, meaning I specialize in hair loss. And when I became a trichologist, I went to school for about 2 years. I started practicing, but all the products I was using, I couldn't quite find something. Y'all, there were a lot of products out there for women who had scalp issues and women who were even dealing with hair loss, but I couldn't find the link between scalp care products and natural hair products. I couldn't find the link between the two. The products just weren't moisturizing for me. So that is why I decided to create my own line. Fast forward to today, I really enjoyed the products I had before.
Yeah.
But sure. I like to get feedback from people, and based upon the feedback and based upon my own changing needs of my own hair that is super dry because it went gray and it's now high porosity, I knew I needed to step up the moisture content in my product line. So that's why I went on this mission to make updates and changes and make some changes to the formula, even though I still have the same, my product line is vegan, it's plant-based, it is still botanically based. I still needed to step it up with the moisture. And that is what I decided to do. I decided to step it up with the moisture. And some people on this line is using my products. Hey, Miss Antoinette, I know, Miss Antoinette, you were at the first big chop, and I think that's how we connected. And I know you've used the the growth drops and the leave-in conditioner for a few years, and you started using the sealer. Yes, fabulous. Okay, somebody had a question, so I'm about to bring in Angela in a moment. Now, my stylist name is Danita. Angela is the chemist that I'm about to bring in that helped me to upgrade my existing product line. So this is the
fabulous job she did.
And Angela will be joining us in a moment. Somebody asked me a question. How long did it take for your hair to grow back? Okay, I would at some point I'm gonna take this ponytail out. So that has been 5 years. So I did that big chop literally 5 years ago. I did it 5 years ago. And this has been 5 years. Let me stand up. It's quite long. This has been 5 years of growth. So I haven't, well, actually, I didn't do a big chop, but back in 2023, I had to cut off quite a bit of hair.
Oh, the water.
Yeah, because I had a water issue, y'all.
I forgot about that. Yes.
So it probably would have been a little longer than this, but I'm not complaining about what I got.
Yes.
But yeah, not I, Danita.
Yes.
Had to do it wasn't a big chop. It was a mini chop. I mean, I had to cut off 3 or 4 inches. It was
a revival.
Yeah, it was a revival. It was a hair revival.
Restoration project.
Yes,
for sure. Was.
Yeah. So I had to cut off quite a bit of hair, you all, because I had heart water damage, which is why, in terms of healthy hair and healthy hair growth, you can be doing the right things in terms of knowing your natural hair routine. You can be using products that work great for your hair. You can do hairstyles that help your hair to thrive, whether or not it's a wash and go or whether or not it's a protective style or 2-strand twist. You can be doing everything seemingly right. But if you can't figure out why your hair seems to be breaking or you're not able to retain length, it may be your water. So that's why I encourage you to get a water filter.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
B, you have a question. Did the leave-in conditioner change chemically? You used the word chemically. So I'm going to table that question for the chemist when she comes in soon. So I did change some of the ingredients. Yes, I did change some of the ingredients. Now the botanicals are the same. Many of the ingredients are the same. Some of the humectants were changed. So it's that word chemically. That's why I'm going to let the Angela answer that question. But the leave-in conditioner, it is, and I'll be doing a demonstration on how to use it in a moment as well. The best way to use it to get the best benefits from it. But the botanicals are still very much the same. It has a high botanical profile. Rosemary, nettle, sage, chamomile, oh Lord, let me look at the ingredients. Ginseng has green tea in it. It's still water-based as well. I added a little bit of pumpkin seed oil as well. Pumpkin seed. Do y'all know the benefits of pumpkin seed? Ooh. Pumpkin seed oil has a little bit of that. So it's very, very moisturizing. But I'm going to let her answer that specifically. And confirmations, thank you very much. Loves the sealers, her absolute favorite. Thank you. The sealer is this, you all. This is, when I tell you, let me show it.
Inside and turn it.
Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna even talk about these names. Because in addition to the products, yes, I did change all the names. I changed all the names to go along with my rebrand. So the sealer, the name speaks for itself. It's the Sealer Super Moisture Cream. Now, Confirmations, or actually Corrine of Confirmations, she was one of the many people who I drove crazy right along with Danita. Thank you, Corrine, encouraging her to try all of my products. I drove her nuts. And one time she said, I sent her an example, and not a sample of the sealer. And she was like, oh my God, Karen, this is a miracle cream. And I love the name so much, I started to put it on the label. But I changed it to Super Moisture Cream because I really wanted to step up the moisture content of this cream. And again, I'll be talking to you about how you can use it. Hey, Maria, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you can use it. But I see Angela is in the building. Angela, again, is our chemist. I will be bringing her on right now. And after we talk to her a little bit, I'll be talking more about the product line. I'll be doing some demonstrations with the help of Danita, if she lets me use her hair. And then, I have no problems taking this ponytail out my hair and slapping the products in my hair in and of itself. All right. So let's see. Yes, it does, Mr. Retha. The products do work for all hair porosities, and especially the gray hair community. Right. Yes, I'm a part of the gray hair community. So I had to make sure it worked for my hair and your hair. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to bring in Angela. Y'all give me one moment so I can bring her in. Hey, gorgeous.
Hi, everybody. Back at you. Hi, Danita.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Angela. Karen.
Hey, well, actually, you're meeting Angela for the first time, Danita.
Yes.
Angela, I know you know Danita's name as much as I say, oh, my hairstylist, oh, my hairstylist, oh, my hairstylist, oh, my hairstylist. I drove her nuts. Like, hey, okay, here, pick the other one. Yes. So I know, but this is Danita. This is the one that has tested the products. This is Danita. This is my
awesome.
Yes.
So you all
thank you for your patience and service.
Oh, no, absolutely. It's my pleasure. Fabulous job, by the way. Fabulous job.
Thank you.
So you all, this is Angela Adams, and she is the lead cosmetic chemist with Definitive Formulations. And she is the one that has made this possible, you all. I have worked with her. Actually, I met Angela back in 2021, right? Oh. Yes. It was it was 2021 because I wanted to work on another product line, but then I stopped, and then fast forward, I was able to reconnect with her. So Angela, let's see. First, I want to tell you thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. This one's been a real passion project of yours, and it's been a lot of fun. I think we're going to dig into that a little bit, but thank you.
Okay. So just in terms of working with me, because I know you work with many people. I know you help many people to develop their hair care. Do you do skincare lines as well?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Hair and skincare lines.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So I thank you. Now, I know I came to you with an existing formula, and I said, Angela, this is my existing formula. I need you, my formulas, it's good, but I need you to step it up a little bit, particularly in terms of moisturizing products, which is kind of what I was hearing from my community. So can you talk to us about some of the key ingredients in the Curl House collection?
All right. Well, I was listening to what you all were talking about. Great conversation. Y'all, I want to give her a lot of credit because she came with an existing product line. And a lot of times that happens with other clients. But when they come, they aren't happy with the ingredient profile. They don't really have a good rhyme or reason as to how they got there. So we end up doing kind of a destruction and reconstruction. That was not the case with this one. So as she was talking about some of the key ingredients that she was already using, I'm going to hit on a couple she didn't because I don't want to repeat what she's already said, which was absolutely correct and awesome. So this product has Kogan grass in it, which is something most of us are unfamiliar with. It's an herb from the African kind of western coast of Africa, and it's known to impart moisture because of the properties of the plant. So that was one. Now that was already in there. White willow, it helps exfoliate the scalp. People are used to hearing things like beta hydroxy acids or salicylic acid. The white willow is basically, it has those kind of compounds in it. So it is good for exfoliating the scalp, which especially when you're adding a lot of things. I think she can probably talk to this more as a trichologist. When you see people come in, sometimes the scalp is all clogged up. The young lady that you showed the picture of, she had some inflammation. She probably had some follicle clogging. So an ingredient like white willow used at small percentages can be replicated through a product line. You wouldn't want to use it at very high percentages because, again, it's acting as an acid, but it helps to remove some of that buildup from the scalp. So again, that's so important for scalp health. Some other things, I'm just kind of looking at the list here. Like she said, there's a lot in here, and they were all really supportive of what she was trying to do. So we just added to, not replaced, what she had already done, which was excellent research. Some others to bring up, the ginseng and yerba mate. Is what that yerba mate is what that ingredient is called. Both of those are circulation increasing benefits. Now, people know that tingly, burning kind of menthol peppermint feel. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Bad for your eyes, maybe okay for your scalp. So we don't do that in this product line. Instead, we use those ingredients much gentler, but still looking at promoting the health of the scalp through increasing circulation to the scalp. Other things she talked about, the one we did add for this line, like I said, a lot of these were already in here and already great. And you can see why she chose those. But we also added the pumpkin seed, and she started talking about that. But some of the ingredients that you need internally, like zinc and magnesium, are also in pumpkin. So I would encourage you to eat some pumpkin. Now, most of us are not really, I know you have a wide, a diverse audience, but
I eat pumpkin seeds.
Okay, yeah. Most of us don't eat pumpkin, but
when
I put pumpkin seeds on my salad. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, the seeds are fantastic. If you like sunflower seeds, you'll like pumpkin seeds. I believe it's a fair thing to say, but they're so good for you. But we took that into a topical. Because also, not only is this a hair care line, whatever you think about it, whatever you put on your hair is going to get on your skin, right? So you don't need to put stuff on your hair you don't want on your skin. That's kind of a universal rule that I like for people to understand. So so those are some of the key things. And then let's talk about that moisture, because that's where you really wanted to kind of up the ante there. Yes. So a lot of times, and we talked, we've had hundreds of conversations, y'all, feels like, and I love them because she's very, very curious. What's that?
I said probably literally, not figuratively.
Yes. Y'all all get question in the middle of the night. They'll be like, what about this? I'm like, oh, I love that. So she has a natural curiosity and a lot of knowledge. And so we capitalize on it in this product line. So what she was talking about is when you have a lot of these therapeutics that, I'm trying to think of a line that just went blank, like Nioxin, some of these traditional things that you think of when you're battling hair loss, they often are not very good for the hair. Because they're focused just on delivering their drug active and not so much on the effect on your hair. So people will have a hard time sticking to those regimens because their hair suffers, which is what they ultimately wanted the repair for, right? So with us, with this line, we also boosted the moisture content. So when we talk about moisture, if you got in the shower and wet your hair, was completely soaking wet, it would be fully hydrated, right? So that's hydration. But when we think about it, the moisture we're thinking about is really a combination of locking in that moisture and adding emollients. So emollients is what you get from oils, butters, waxes, things like that. So in her product line, we boosted it by, she talked about shea butter. Everybody knows it. It is a fantastic ingredient, but it is so common, right? That she wanted something with a little more flair. So we went with a combo pack of mango butter and soy butter. So if you have not run into soy butter, it is amazing. It is so easily spread on the skin. So it doesn't give you that heavy, that waxy feeling on the skin. So mango butter is a little bit more of a brittle butter. So when you blend the two together, you get something really creamy that you can help use to lock in your moisture. Okay. So also, what are those? So what did we use underneath those? Glycerin and sorbitol, two different kinds of humectants, which means these ingredients hold on to moisture. So if your hair is wet or you're spraying it on, these add moisture to the hair and help hold it, because one end is holding your hair, the other end is holding some moisture, right? And then you layer those butters on top of it, and that's how you end up with kind of the concept of the sealer. That kind of help.
Yes, this is, I know I'm trying to put it. There we go. Got it. You got it. Here, Danita. Yeah, that's that. This is actually the newest product in the line. So this is one that Angela pretty much developed from scratch, for lack of better words. I didn't have a moisture cream. I only had a leave-in conditioner when I came to her, and I wanted to, just as a hairstylist and just using tons of hair products, I knew a moisturizing cream would lock in moisture a little bit more, along with the oil and the butter, because I am a person that really believes in like sealing in the moisture, like adding an oil to products just to keep the hair moisturized longer. But I absolutely love that this cream is kind of like a 2-for-1. And now I don't even use oil anymore. I used to put moisturizer in my hair. I used to put jojoba oil on top of it. Sometimes when my hair went gray and I was trying to figure it out, I was slapping on hair grease. I was doing like grabbing stuff like what is going to keep my hair moisturized and lock the moisture locked in longer. That is why I absolutely love this cream, because it's the only thing. It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
One of my favorite products in the salon as well. I use it on just about everybody's hair, and it really does help. Like after the quencher, put it on after the quencher, and it feels fantastic. And I even twist with it.
Not the quencher. Oops. Lord, I didn't got
no, wait, is it the juicer? The juicer. I'm sorry, I said the wrong name. My bad. I use the quencher first and then the juicer, and then the juicer.
Yes, the moisture cream, it can double as a style.
Twist out or braid out. That's exactly what I use
for a twist out or braid out. But and you can correct me, Angela, it doesn't have, you can use it for a fluffy or lightweight twist out or braid out. It doesn't have a lot of the ingredients in it that give a lot of hold, right? But it can double as a styler, which is what, when I just want to soft, normally I have a ton of gel in my hair and my curls are popping and everything is in place. But sometimes I just want a nice moisturized, fluffy hold like this. And I can use the sealer for that. Is that right? In terms of the ingredients for the moisture cream?
Yes.
And actually started out with trying to do a styling product. Actually, y'all, this has been like well over a year. The first moisture cream was actually a styling product.
Right.
Like it had some ingredients in it that give a hold, right? That was the original. I don't know if I remember it. The first one had, I don't know, what are ingredients that give a hold?
That's one of I saved that one as our funny story. So some of the things that you look for when you see products that have hold in them, you'll see an unnatural version is PVP, right? It's a gelling agent. That'll often be the lead ingredient in most of these traditional gels that you have. Then you'll see things, and so that basically is a gel, but it can actually give you some hold depending on how much and how thick the gel is, the weight of the gel, right? So you can almost think of that as a styling agent, even though it's not traditionally forming that kind of film. Some things like when you see, I'm trying to think of some products that would be familiar to folks. Mousses, a lot of times they'll use polyquaternium 11. It's a lighter weight, but it forms a film, so it clumps curls together. Or if you're using some that are a little bit more advanced, the ones that have been come out more recently, more modern ones will use polyquaternium 55. It's a heavier duty curl agent, and it actually helps with humidity resistance. So you're starting to see that ingredient pop up. And then there are, in the natural world, there's some things like hydroxyethyl cellulose. Those are like starch derivatives that, have been modified to give you properties that can enhance curl and therefore be considered a styler.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because I can go ahead and make the announcement. Because I already told you or hinted at it. The Curl House collection doesn't formally have a styler, although the sealer can double as a styler. This year, I will be working on, I'm not going to use the word releasing, but I will say I will be working on a styling product. That is the next product to come from Curl House, a styling product. So just letting you know, you won't notice. So that's coming soon. I want to get to some of these. Someone made this comment. This sounds like Misty made this comment as you were talking about some ingredients. This is a comment she made. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe.
I think she said hyaluronic.
Hyaluronic, I think.
Okay. Yeah. But she said it as you were talking about something. So I apologize. I didn't post it as you were talking. So, okay, I want to go back. Let's see. And can you talk a little bit? because I do want to talk about just a few specific products, but just in terms of the product line and how they support hair growth, moisture retention, and healthy hair in general.
Okay. All right. Let's start. You want to go from start to end?
You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and start with the cleanser. How about that?
Okay. All right. So I'm going to insert my little bit of a funny story because it did take us a while to work on this line. we like to think that everything's going to be quick and easy, but this was neither quick nor easy. And that's because there's a diverse audience here. Okay. And when you have a diverse audience, I could turn it around, but you'll catch some other things that you aren't interested in. I have this chart that we made, how people are using this product and how they could use it, right? So we made I literally made a matrix up here, which then informed that there are so many ways that people are using it that we had to come back and take a step back on some of the products like that sealer and make it a single function product so that we didn't box you in. Like everybody, like she said, if we had put the styling agent in there, she would never be able to do the fluffy, look that she wants to do. So with that being said, let's talk about the concept from beginning to end. So when you start with the cleanser, that's step one, right? We're looking at a sulfate-free. That was a requirement that she had. And the reason why she says that is because sulfate cleansers are the most stripping. They're actually designed to get grease off of automotive parts and things like that, heavy duty grease. So they're very, very aggressive cleansers. Now you can offset that, but when you have a cleanser that is that aggressive, it can strip your hair color as well, right? So for a variety of reasons, she knew coming in, we don't want a sulfate based ingredient in our shampoo. So this is sulfate free. It's designed to cleanse, so you get a good amount of foam. No co-washing here. We don't believe in that. Right?
No,
we do not believe in that. So if you're doing that at home, that is a dirty word. You need to stop that immediately. Stop it, because your scalp is suffering, right? That build up, the microbiome on the scalp or the bacteria level is growing, and you're feeding it by constantly dumping stuff on a dirty scalp. So please don't do that. So this product is designed to allow you to cleanse the hair and scalp, right? The focus of shampoo is to get it to the scalp. That's why, you love that good massage that Danita and others are doing, because they know that this is the foundation of your style, and everything is to get on the scalp and cleanse that scalp. So we want to cleanse it, but not strip it, right? So it's got a heavy, heavy dose of moisture in the shampoo, right? So you don't want to start out, because these products build, right? And so if you start with, let's say, a clarifying shampoo, you can think of yourself as in the red, like your bank account is deficit of moisture, because you have stripped anything you had on it off, and then you've actually taken away the natural moisture that would have been there. So you're starting in a hole. So we didn't want to do that. So it's very moisturizing, yet still very cleansing. So it's that balance there. Then moving over to the quencher, right, which is that conditioner. Now, this is where we're putting in a massive amount of moisture, right? We want that hair to feel nice and soft as you work with it. And, you start to feel that detangling. All of that was built into that product, right? So then once you finish with that one, then there's the juicer. And I want to go back. I think someone had asked a question about the juicer and what has changed.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up. Okay. She used the word chemical. There we go.
Okay.
And spray.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So chemically, everything in there is a chemical, right? Even the natural things. Everything is a chemical because it has a chemical structure, right? If you're referring to artificial things, are there artificial things in there? Yes, there are. Things like the preservative, right? As much of a nutrient-based product that we have here, this is like, think about it like this. Trying to think of something. A Twinkie will never go bad, right? You can find one in a drawer somewhere. It's never going to go bad because there's no nutrition in there. But if you had something like, you set your freshly baked bread out, within several days, you're going to have mold on it, right? So you have to have a preservative system. I know they get a bad rap, preservatives we don't want preservatives in there. You do. I assure you, you do. So the preservative is changed in the juicer, but also what she had before, this is where we look at a product and we're talking about going from before to after. She was glad she had the leave-in, but felt it needed a higher boost of moisture. Okay. Mm-hmm. So remember we talked about those humectants. Most people think about those as, yes, they are adding moisture, but without that oil content to help seal it in, you're going to lose that moisture very quickly, right? So for other brands, I make a very watery spray for them. That's what they want because they're just trying to detangle primarily, add some hydration, but they're going to immediately follow it with a sealer type of product, right? But for you all, some of the people in the audience, when we did that matrix, we found out some people don't use the sealer like that. They would just stop with this juicer. So therefore, we couldn't make a juicer that was quick to evaporate and leave the hair dry. Because if let's say you're going to do, I'm sorry, I blanked out there. Forgive me for that. I don't do lives that often, but so forgive me. But if you're going to do like a silk press, for example, putting on a whole lot of this sealer would make it very difficult because you got so much moisture trapped in that hair. The straightening iron is fighting for dear life to try to get that hair straight against all this moisture. So that's why this one is a little bit heavier. So yes, we changed it so that it is a little bit more robust in terms of that oil phase in there. So it makes it a little thicker than it was previously. That kind of answer what she was asking?
I think so. B, if it doesn't, then you can drop a comment below. And Toya, yes, you can use the juicer on dry hair to refresh it. And after we finish speaking with Angela, I'm actually going to do a demonstration. So I got you. I'm going to show you how to use it too. I got you.
Okay. All right. And then the last two, you got drops in the sealer. So Karen talked about the sealer. It is designed to be heavy. And so you don't have to put it on every day. Right?
Open it.
So it's very concentrated.
Yes, it is. And I tell you, I thought the juicer was my favorite, but I don't know. This sealer, it's like I said, my friend Corrine called it the miracle moisture cream. I think it is.
I had clients. So I was testing everything, y'all, on all my clients, and I had clients with coarse hair, thick hair, high porosity hair calling me because I had tested it on their hair. I'm like, hey, I got a product that Karen is working on, and so they would I put it in their hair and the next time, before their next appointment, ma'am, I want that. Tell her to send me the sample. And then me and my clients were fighting over it. I was like, no, I'm not, because I need it. So I'm going to give you a teeny bit and then you just make it work. Okay. I was trying to use all my clients before she actually launched it. And I was hounding her. So then it was reversed. I was like, ma'am, when are you getting the sealer in? It's fantastic.
It's something else, Danita, is she's being very eloquent in how she's talking about it to you all. But behind the scenes, she was like, Karen, stop changing it. Leave it as it is. I was alone. It's great. So
I was like, what is this? Bring the other one back. Which one is this? I was very, I was definitely in her ear about it. And the juicer too, guys, the juicer was fantastic. I was like, no, and it was the consistency that I know Ms. Angela was talking about. The consistency was very important and they hit the nail on the head. Y'all did a great job. It was all worth it. The testing was all worth it.
Okay. So
I think that the people out here should know this lady Karen here and her counterpart Danita, they were very, very detailed about what they were trying to deliver for you all, and they were not compromising. And that is great. That's what you want to see, is that they continue to work and they took the feedback that they got to heart and helped translate it over for me. So that was a fantastic part for those, because I think you said some of the testers are in the audience.
I do. And that's in part why it took so long. So it kind of me going in thinking, I already have a product line. It may take a few months. I was very, very, like I said, you were very nice the way you said that, Angela. I was just just really making sure that it's what my community needs.
Right.
Yes. So we went through several tests, which is why I think Danita as well, because I don't style hair anymore. So I don't see hundreds of women with all different textures, but she does, which is why she could really, really, really give me a lot of feedback. Okay, so in the last one, before we do some tests, because I do see some questions in here about the products. I do see your questions. I promise you I'll get to them. Can we talk about my child? This is my baby. This is, I don't know, did you see the video that I showed when I actually launched this product? This was the first product in 2020. I have to stop calling it the follicle stimulating growth drop. That was the old name. The new name is the healer, because it does more than just stimulate growth. It does help to reduce the inflammation of the scalp. It helps to soothe the scalp. Like, I've been carrying this just since 2020. So anyway, can you talk a little bit about that, particularly about it being water-based? Because that is what was most important to me. Like, I love oils, but I'm not a big fan of applying a lot of oils to the scalp, particularly because most people just apply a lot of random oils to the scalp. And I know that can do more harm than good, particularly for the women who are dealing with hair loss. They tend to grab a lot of random oils. I wanted this water-based product because I know, first, the water is hydrating for the scalp, and I know that's what we need most. But anyway, I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay. Well, I think for those who haven't used that product before, it is unique. Right. So you have a lot of people, when you see that size, container, most people kind of roll their eyes like, oh, here we go again. So I'm going to tell you about superior hair growth off of this drop. But this product is very different because, as she said, you'll actually, when you feel the texture, that was one of the things that we really worked hard on, because I was like, what texture are we trying to get at? Because this is a liquid, and it has just a little bit of a thickened texture, but you can actually feel that it has a little bit of a slip to it. Right. And so there is a lot of, of course, it's water-based. It has that entire profile of herbal extracts in there that she talked about. And they're not just like decimal dust at the bottom of the label. This is I will tell y'all this is the most expensive product that I actually make for anyone. Okay. So if you think about it, you think, oh, these people are making a killing off of this. No, this product is expensive because it has a lot of these great herbs in here and at a high concentration. So you'll actually be able to feel the moisture of this drop, but it is important that it does absorb quickly into the scalp, because this product is for the scalp. So this is not for you to sprinkle throughout your hair, right? It's for you to strategically place it on the scalp so that it does provide moisture and absorb, which is what a lot of that over application of oil will make it very difficult. One, it'll make your hair roots greasy. I have seen people who have done the oil on oil develop yeast infections because the yeast was feasting on some of these oils. Some of these oils promote that kind of growth on the scalp, but that's not what we got going here. We are at a water-based product that absorbs into the scalp and helps deliver all of the good ingredients that she actually was great about scoping out. Plus we added that pumpkin seed to it as well.
Okay, and that's a great time to answer this question. Does any product help with the seborrheic dermatitis? I would definitely say the healer. Well, the Vanna White, Vanna Black. Yes, Live, Work, Clean. This is the product that my chemist was talking about. This is the one that I would recommend that you can use on your scalp with your dermatitis. In addition to the additional products, when you have dermatitis, it is very key that you keep your scalp clean as well. So not just something that you are applying just to the scalp, but also making sure that you are cleansing your scalp regularly, even if that means cleansing it twice a week. That is what I would recommend. And the entire product line was really designed for scalp care. So yes, I would recommend the product line, and particularly that particular product. Okay, and back to a funny story, because we got to do a funny story. When we were talking about Vanna Black, hold that up, Vanna. So when we were talking about when she first sent me The growth drops, or excuse me, I got to get the name right. Bear with me, y'all. The healer, follicle stimulating drops. Like I said, I changed the name to the healer as opposed to just growth, in part because I believe healthy hair begins from within, and also in part because it does more than just help to stimulate growth. It heals the scalp as well. But anyway, Angela was talking about how the botanicals, you use so many botanicals, and it's a very expensive product and it's a rich product. When she sent me my first sample, I was like, oh my gosh. Remember, it was so strong, and it was so brown. I was like, Angela, these are chocolate brown. A lot of my customers have gray hair. I can't put chocolate brown on a gray hair. And she was like, well, that's the botanical extract. I won't play with my concentrations. That is my funny story.
I forgot about that.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's so brown. What am I going to do? I can't even, it's so brown. That's how rich it was. The growth drops. That was my funny story.
I'm part of the gray hair community, but I'm going unwillingly, so I don't have it to play with as much to have caught that. But that's important, right? That's part of knowing your audience. And one thing that Karen does so well is to really know her audience. And not everybody has gray hair, but she said we're going to make sure we take care of my gray hair. My silver foxes out here, we're going to take care of them. And so that's what we did. We did have to work very diligently on that product because some of the herbs in there, I do custom infusions. And so some stuff, when you say I want to infuse, it says okay, and it lets go a lot of pigment and it lets go a lot of the nutrients. And so that's what we were dealing with. So yeah, we did have to actually throttle it back some so that we wouldn't end up with something that turns you back to black.
Oh, that was my funny story. Someone does have a question. Now I would answer. How would you answer this question? Can the sealer be used on the scalp? The sealer on the scalp. Someone asked that question.
Okay, I find that I will tell you this. Once you get accustomed to using a very moisture-rich collection, you will find, because what I said earlier applies here, whatever you put on the hair is going to end up on the scalp. Okay. So by the time you have done each of the products in sequence and you use that juicer, the juicer is probably the first time, of course, you're going to rinse the other two out, but that juicer is going to get on the scalp, right? So you're going to get some moisture from that, right? So you'll notice that you won't feel that tightness. Sometimes people have that tight feel once hair dries because the scalp is now parched. But by the time you distribute that juicer throughout the hair, you're going to feel that go away. By the time you use this sealer on the hair, you're going to feel that some of it, because the heat of, if you start near the roots of the hair and smooth it down, the length of the strands, right? My hair's in twists, so I kind of caught a couple. There's what happened. But by the time you smooth it down, the warmth from your head is actually going to cause some of that sealer to migrate down to your scalp. So you shouldn't need a direct application. Now, if you have I know some people have some weird things, chronically dry spots and stuff like that. If you have something like that and you feel like you want to, you can add just a tiny amount. Don't glob it on the scalp, just a tiny little amount, and you'll feel it. It's very, very rich. You won't need a whole lot.
Okay.
Don't try to grease your head with it.
Yeah. Okay. I agree.
No, we don't advise that.
Yes, we are. Like I said, Miss Doretha, we're thinking of you, and I'm also thinking of myself as well. We are not forgetting you, because I am not forgetting me. Okay. As I tell everyone, I got you, boo, in my class. I got you. So, all right, let's see. Did you want to share a funny story before I go into some of the demonstrations? Anything you can think of, just that you want to kind of wrap up? I thank you for your time, but anything about the curl house that just kind of stands out and you're just kind of tickled when you think about it?
Well, this is not funny to you. It will not be funny to you at all. But I've laughed about this a couple of times. I'm like, I'm getting her stuff ready because we're in launch sequence, right? And she's like, but it's already gone.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. So like, Is she pranking me? This stuff's gone. I haven't finished packing it up yet because it's not only developed here, it's manufactured and packaged here. So the products are coming directly from here to where she is going. There have been a couple of times the divide in the weather has gotten us, right? She's in Virginia. I'm in Arkansas, and this is not in our favor sometimes with the weather. We had a snowstorm, right? Remember that? We had a snowstorm get in between us.
A couple.
We had a rough holiday season. But
we had a rough holiday season. So, but we got that ironed out, except today I think I got something special I'm going to send your way from a weather perspective. So y'all just be on the watch out.
Oh, no. And we are going to hurricane season too. So it's like, all right.
Well, you heard it here first. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
I blame everything on Texas. Texas is where bad things begin, and they just kind of we just can't stop them.
Right? Yeah. Well, Angela, I thank you again. I thank you publicly. I always thank you privately on the phone. Thank you for making this vision come to life. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited about people using these products, and I'm excited about it. And I'm on YouTube all the time. I am about to kill YouTube with demonstrations of this product line. Y'all gonna get sick of me on YouTube. I'm still posting my general interviews. Videos. I have interviews scheduled, but I will be doing videos to include this Curl House collection because I've always done videos and use products and just talk about things that I believe and I support. And I don't care whether or not it was my product line or not. It's like, if I like the product, I'm going to talk about it. Like, I'll do a review on anyone's product, but I can say in all honesty that I really, really love my product line to a place. I always wanted to be to a place where I would grab my own product if I had to choose, because I got a ton of products. But I love just grabbing my own product. It is the first thing that I think about. So I thank you.
Thank you. Guys, she did something you probably don't see a lot of lines do, which is show you their chemist and broadcast where it's made. My company is Definitive World. She can do that because this is a custom product development. So she is the only line to have these. You will not find somebody else's label on these same products. This is the only place you're going to get the Curl House treatment is under the Curl House name, and it's exclusive to Karen. And she and Danita did a fantastic job. I really thank you for the opportunity to be able to meet with you all and just kind of share and answer some questions. So y'all enjoy.
If anybody in this community, your banner, I forgot to save your banner, Angela, so I apologize. But if anybody in this community is looking for a chemist to help them to start their hair care line or their skincare line, definitiveworld.com is Angela. You can get all your information from her. You can send me a message. I got you. So I 100% recommend her. If anyone wants a chemist, then I recommend you. Okay. Well, thank you, dear. Thank you for your time. Now we're going to do some demonstrations now. I know you keep your hair in 2-strand twists, so I'm sure you won't appreciate this, but we're going to go do a few demonstrations now. So, and we'll be using our heads as models. So thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we had a few questions in here that was relevant to the products in general. Remove me. I meant to remove you. Bye. Okay. Okay. We had a few questions in here that was related to the products in general. So I'm going to go through some of the questions. Somebody asked a question about how to use the products. I know, B, you said you wanted to know if you, where's that question? It's in here. You wanted to know if it works, let's see, if the product will work on my hair exactly how the older one would. I'm going to say no, it's not going to work exactly how the previous one did because it's not the exact formula. It's not the exact product. So it will work, but exactly no, again, because it's not the exact same product. So I'm going to
experience a more moisturizing result.
Okay, thank you. Yes, you should experience even more moisture. So I'm going to show, You notice Danita has locks. So I actually have a lot of women who have locks too. Danita has locks, even though she doesn't have a strong lock clientele. Do you have a strong lock clientele?
It's growing all the time.
Okay,
more and more people are saying, throwing in the towel with their own, doing their own hair, and like just give me the locks because it's easier. So yeah.
So I
do have a strong lock.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad.
It's okay. No,
I didn't have a strong lock clientele. Let me be clear about that.
You had no lock clientele.
I had one or two.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry. I did. I can think of a few names. Thank you very much.
My bad.
So yeah. So I'm gonna show you all just briefly how to use some of the products. And I'll start with the juicer, because this is one of my favorites, you all. I'll show you on Danita, and then I will show you, hey Dana, I'll show you on, well, I guess I'll show you on me. That's why I got this little hair like this. How you like that? Y'all know I will, this why I got hair, Miss Lanaya. That's why I haven't cut my hair off, because I need it for stuff like this to demonstrate how to use products. Okay, now with this new juicer, again, this new juicer is thicker. It's still water-based. It's still a liquid. It's just a little thicker. So when you are applying it to your hair, if you have, how I apply, I actually just put a video out yesterday, but I take it like so. I take the juicer, I spray it. I'm trying not to get stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, so I spray and I just kind of smooth it in. Can you see this? What is that?
Cream.
Okay. You see that? But my hair feels juicy. Okay. I've been waiting to say that. I came up with, I changed the names last year. My hair feels juicy. So it's still a spray. You spray and smooth. So I recommend that you smooth it in, even if you need to refresh your hair, because that was another question. Can you use it to refresh it? You can spray it all over and just smooth it in like so. That's how you do it. Now, if you want to, what I say, can y'all see the juice? I need to go back to the juiciness. Can y'all see the juiciness of this? Do you see this juicy? Oh gosh, do you see the juiciness of it?
Feels juicy too, guys.
Feels like a Jerry curl.
Yes, this feels fantastic.
Look, this is part 2 to the Jerry curl juice right here. This is Jerry curl juice 2.0. But yeah, as Angela was saying, it's really, really moisturizing, which is why I really, really love it. So depending on your texture, if you are someone who has very, very fine hair, this is, because it's concentrated, less is more. You don't need a lot of this product. You don't need a lot. Spray it, smooth it, spray it all over, pull it out. It does not have like a super wide stream. It does have it streams because it's in this trigger bottle, but it doesn't have like a super wide stream, but it does spray out. You can pull it through your hair if you use it for detangling the way I use it. I wash, shampoo, condition my hair, put it in small sections, pull it through, and then twist my hair up. So yes, let me see. There's a good comment. Makes the curls and coils pop. Yes. Look at that popping. Now, if you want to step your moisture up, if you want to take it up another notch, that's when you bring in this.
The juicer.
That's when you seal it. Okay. So you spray the juicer, the leave-in conditioner, and then you lock it in with the cream. As Angela said, this is one of my favorites. I absolutely love the mango and soy butter combination. You don't need a lot. Oh. And y'all, I'm fronting. Normally I put a ton of this in my hair. Okay. I'm like, I put a little bit more, particularly if I'm leaving it in twist, which is what I love to do. I'll leave it in twist. I'll smooth that in. So you're smoothing, so you're locking it in. You're sealing it in. Can you
Root
see
to
that?
tip.
And then of course I would twist it if I were twisting it. Now I'm going to show you. I'm just going to twist it for purposes of this video.
Right here. So I just realized that piece, I just put it on the other side. Maybe we just pull some out of this side.
All right, let's see. We got let me go ahead and put, hey, now wait a minute, Trish. Live, Work, Clean is looking forward to your review. So it's time for you to get it so that you can do a review for Live, Work, Clean, Trish. All right, let's see. Is there a particular benefit of a liquid leave-in versus a cream leave-in? Oh, this would have been a great question for Angie, but it's okay, Miss Evangelist. Yeah, there's a benefit for both. So there is, whenever you have styling products, liquid products are really good for, I would say, liquid products because of the consistency. For people who have, for example, because it's not limited to people with lower porosity hair, but if you do have lower porosity hair, and I normally use those blinds back there, those blinds that you see behind me, that's a very good example of what lower porosity hair looks like. The cuticle layer of the hair kind of lies flat. So when the cuticle layer lies flat, it's just harder for moisture, for your hair shaft to uptake moisture. So a liquid leave-in is great for that. If you were to take this leave-in conditioner and spray that blind, it would be difficult for the blind or your hair cuticle to actually uptake that moisture. But higher porosity hair, think about that blind. If it were open, I'm trying not to get up and open it because I'm trying not to go in full-fledged teacher mode, but I can't help myself. But high porosity hair, the cuticle layer is open. So if you were to take something and spray it in, it's going to instantly get moisturized. So liquid leave-in conditioners have a very high concentration of water. It really helps to really penetrate the hair shaft much quicker than thicker, creamier moisturizers. So that's why I always recommend a leave-in conditioner to use after a rinse out conditioner, regardless of your porosity. But liquid conditioners have a higher concentration of water. I mean, you can tell because they're liquid. They do have a higher concentration of water, and water is what hydrates or truly is the base for the moisturization of your hair. Now, cream, there are leave-in conditioners that are not as thick as this. So generally speaking, the thicker the product in general, the more moisturizing humectants, emollients in the product. Like, for example, which is why you see a lot of conditioners, like rinse out conditioners, deep conditioners are in jars as opposed to bottles, because they have far more moisturizing ingredients in them and they're thicker, which is in part why this is thicker. Miss Chris, yes, if you have shorter hair, can you spray it in your hand and work it into your hair? Absolutely. Yes. You can spray it in your hand as opposed to, let's see. Can you see that? Oh, Lord, that was terrible. That wasn't a good idea. But yes, you can absolutely. Some people will spray it in their hand and work it in the hair that way. I'm about to spray it into Nita's hair in a moment. So yes, you can spray it in your hand and work it in. I don't know. Okay, you can see. Can you see the?
Well, okay. I just put it in, and then I'll just grab this side and work it in just like that.
Or you can take it for my customers with locks, because I have a lot of customers with locks. Actually, you can just spray it down the hair shaft. And just pull it through. And even with locks, if you want to step it up a notch, you can take a little bit of the cream. I do recommend a little bit of the cream for my people with locks and work it in. And it's like instant moisture. Even my people with locks, just because you're locked, that doesn't mean you don't need to moisturize your hair. So that is how you would use it. That is how you would use it if you have locks. So you're looking forward to doing a review. Fantastic. If you've been on the quest for some great moisturizing products, Trish, then I encourage you to try the Curl House collection. Oh, you love the old formula. Well, if you love the old formula, I hope you really fall in love with the new formula. Let's see. So Trish, you say you have longer hair and I prefer to section my hair, spray products in my hand and apply it to the section. You absolutely can do it that way as well. I have longer hair as well. I put a YouTube video up, I think yesterday, or was yesterday Saturday? Yeah, I put a YouTube video up on Saturday, and I actually did a full demonstration of me using the entire Curl House collection. And how I do it, I prefer to section the hair off. So if you have a lot of hair, or if your hair is short and dense, if it's long or if it's dense, long and dense, then it is better to put it in sections and pull it through in sections so that you can make sure that your entire hair shaft is covered with product. Okay, let's see. I still have some of the old drops. Can I continue to use the old drops and still get the same moisturizer? I have all of the other. Absolutely. Now, the old, that's a great question, Debbie. The growth drops is the exact same formula. Nothing changed about the growth drops other than the name and the label. That's the only thing that changed. So it is literally the exact same formula for the growth drops. Nothing changed for the growth drops. All other products, they have similar ingredients. Again, it's the same profile, botanical profile. You'll notice many of the same ingredients, but for the growth drops, you'll see the exact same formula. Nothing changed. Let's see. I'm going through your questions. Okay. Thank you, Trish. I'm looking forward to you trying it. I would love for you to try it. If you do want to try it, if you haven't purchased it, curlhouse.com, you can use the YouTube code Y215 to get 15% off if you haven't used it yet. Hey, Dana. Hey, Classically Kept. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm looking through.
Did you, it wasn't a question. There was one about the dermatologist. Did you already post that one?
Let me see. Did we post this one? Yeah, I think this was for the person who, thank you, Miss Antoinette. There was someone who asked about the, if she had dermatitis, could she use it? And yes, I know this person said, Miss Antoinette said that the dermatologist loves. Oh, I just read it. I think I misread it. Miss Antoinette, you said that your dermatologist loves what the growth drops have done to heal the scalp.
Yeah, it was a compliment.
Oh, I didn't see. I saw it, but I didn't read it properly. That is awesome.
Yes.
That the dermatologist loves what the growth drops have done to heal the scalp. I will say this about the growth drops. I'll say this about the growth drops. They have, and hold on, we got to get the name right. I have to stop calling them the growth drops. I call them the healer. The first name was the follicle stimulating growth drops. I just dropped the name growth from the product. So now it's the healer, the follicle stimulating drops. And I did that in part because I wanted, as a part of my rebrand was not just rebranding my products, but rebranding myself and really focused on getting very clear about my messaging in terms of who I serve and what my target is. And you all know, y'all know what I'm going to say, because some of y'all have been on every live that I do. Y'all know I'm all about growing differently, taking a different approach to your healthy hair and healthy hair care. And so that is why I really encourage people to really look at their hair health, regrowing their hair, maintaining their hair health holistically. So considering what's going on internally, not just externally, which is why in terms of this product line, in terms of the healer and all the products, I changed the name. And not only did I do that, y'all, I changed the name because I didn't want people to think this is the only thing that you need to regrow your hair. I do have a lot of clients with alopecia because I am a trichologist. I have a program called Let's Get Growing, where I teach people how to take this holistic approach to healthy hair and healthy hair care. Some of my former participants in Let's Get Growing is on this live. So Let's Get Growing Academy. So that's my academy. for Let's Get Growing. And that's the program where I really, really go into depth teaching people how to grow and maintain the health of their bodies, because what goes on within the body affects the health of the hair. So in terms of this product line, I can't, when I did my rebrand, again, I wanted to rebrand my messaging as well, because I believe that while products, the products is really nutrient dense. Like they are really, really, really nutrient dense. And even what Angela said, a lot of what's in the benefits of the nutrients in the products actually benefit the hair as well. So with everything, with every bottle, for those of you who have purchased, you get this little card from me. And in the card, there's a little message. It's kind of a little subtle message in the background. You got to really, really pay attention to the product that has a little holistic hair health or grow differently tip. Because on the bottle, where's the cleanser? We'll start with the cleanser. On the bottle is the cleanser. This is the shampoo, the cleanser. So it is important that you cleanse your hair.
That's right.
But it also is important. If you can, I don't know. Can y'all see that? Can you see that little tip?
Cleanse from within, good stuff in equals good stuff out. A healthy body produces healthy hair.
So that is my little subtle way of encouraging you to consider how to keep the body clean. What can you do to cleanse your body? Now, there are many things that you can do to cleanse your body. Fasting is one. I'm about to have my nutritionist on a live in a couple weeks, and she's going to talk about the benefits of fasting. I'm not necessarily talking about a spiritual fast, but I'm talking about a fast that's really specific to the benefit for the body, right? Detoxing the body. There's many ways you can detox the body. So if you're cleansing your hair, then you should also be cleansing your body and being considerate of what goes in your body. And that is how you build and maintain healthy hair from the inside out. That is how you grow differently. Let's see. The next one is the quencher, and that has a little message on it. Let me see. Can you see that? Hydrated hair starts with the hydrated body. Quench that thirst with a glass of water. Okay. So while you are quenching your thirsty hair, this is the quencher, which is the rinse out conditioner, because, you think about quenching, you think about thirsty. Your hair might be a little thirsty. So if your hair is a little thirsty, guys, while you are quenching the hair, quench the body. The best way to quench the body is with water. So I encourage you to start drinking more water. Remember, you all, Curl House Collection is not just about the products. Curl House is not just about the products. It's really taking this different approach to healthy hair, this holistic approach. So while you're quenching the body, then we have the juicer. What does it say about the juicer? Y'all, I really had to get creative for this one. All right, what that say? Want even juicier curls? Eat your fruits and veggies. Y'all, I know that is corny. It is so corny, but I got a little dose of corny in me.
It's also the truth, guys.
Yes. Eat your fruits and veggies, right? Like eat your juicy. If you want, the juicer will make your hair, your curls juicy, but then your juicy fruits and vegetables, that is really how you grow differently, what you put in your body. So a lot of the product line is very nutrient dense, but it's also important that you ingest those same that same nutrition within the body as well. Right. And then where are we going? Okay, here we go. The sealer. Let me see. So while you're sealing your hair, you are going to seal out stress with a deep calming breath. So this one is to really encourage you to consider your stress management, right? Because you all, as a trichologist, stress can make your hair come out in a nutshell. You really have to manage your stress. Right. I can go into a whole bunch of detail on why, but I'm just going to wrap it up in a sentence. Stress will cause your hair to come out. You really have to be mindful of your stress levels and manage your stress. One of the ways that you can do it is with a deep, calming
in, hold, and then let it out. Let it out.
It is as simple as that. Yep. What are some of your stress management techniques? Anybody want to drop some down below? And the final one, you all, for the healer, as you are healing the scalp, then can you see that? Healing takes time. Be patient with your hair journey. I think that's my favorite one. I think that kind of wraps it up. The healing takes time. So you really do have to be patient with your hair journey. Like whether or not your hair journey is if you're dealing with hair loss and you're on a mission to regrow your hair, or if you're not dealing with hair loss, if you're just trying to figure out how to style your hair, you have to be patient with it. If you're new to natural, that's right. And you don't understand your natural hair, then it takes time. It sure does. So you really do have to be patient with your hair journey. So that is kind of like that's the Grow Differently messages that is on every single bottle. And at some point, I believe the things that you see, the things that you speak, the things that you read, particularly when you speak them, they can manifest when you speak them and when you do them. So I believe that you can do all of these things. Like, you can do all of it. But my question to you is, will you? Can just means you have the ability to do it. But will you do it? And that is my challenge to everyone on this live. Will you do it? Will you grow differently? Don't let me start preaching. Will you grow? Will you grow differently? We're going to answer some questions. I don't know if you had something to say, because I was getting when you were saying be patient. Actually, it was a couple things I was to say. So before the eat your fruits and veggies as a hairstylist, one thing that I noticed, especially with clients who are dealing with hair loss or something's going on with their scalp, whether it's help me pronounce seborrheic.
Thank you. Seborrheic dermatitis or dry scalp or anything like that, including stress. Like, you can, as a stylist, I can see it sometimes. If you like, hey, I started having this issue with my scalp over here, or I feel like my hair is thinning out or something. And so then the first thing and because I'm your stylist, I know what's going on in your life most of the time. And so I'm like, what's been going on? Are you, how's it going at work, or what, the stress, the kids, the whatever the situation is. So that's like, those are questions with the stress, but then with what you're into, what you're putting in your body too. So clients that have like, say it again. Seborrheic dermatitis, y'all, because I be trying to say seborrheic. I think is what I be.
Some people pronounce it that way.
Okay.
That's how I learned to pronounce it. Seborrheic dermatitis. Okay, seborrheic
dermatitis. I'm gonna stick with what you're saying. They a lot of times, like the sugar and dairy, actually, is a lot of people have come to realize that dairy, a lot of my clients anyway, have come to realize that dairy and sugar and not drinking enough water or something else that they're doing, putting in their body, or not doing what they're supposed to do or whatever, that has, and I'm not going to say immediate, but like, you can tell when by the time they come back, if it's been 2 weeks or a month, I'm like, like, have you been eating good? Like, you change your diet up, and immediately they're like, y'all, girl, I've been stressed, I've been eating, or it was hard, we were out of town. All of these things make a difference, and I can see it, and then you can see it as well, and that includes actual like alopecia and hair loss. Like, a lot of times, I have one client, she goes back and forth with her smoking as well, smoking and not, I forget what, she does something else, but eating. Yeah, the smoking, the eating. And I'm like, okay, how's it going? You all right? We have a little pep talk in there. If we need to pray, we throw some prayer in there, whatever we life is not necessarily going to change, but you shouldn't let it change your hair. You should, what we're trying to go for is consistency and calm, right? And allowing the hair to, or what we do to, impact the hair so that it continues to thrive.
Right. Because what I notice as a trichologist, and what I, used to tell my clients that regrowing your hair is a bonus, like to what goes on internally. That's there are true. So many things that can go on within. There are so many things. I'm gonna put the discount code up here for you. There are so many things that can go on within the body that affect the hair. Like we're stressed out. Yeah. Like you said, even with you, I could look at my clients and say, you're stressed, right? I can see it in your hair. We're stressed out. The things that we're eating can affect the health of our hair. A lot of the foods that we're eating, a lot of the processed foods will create inflammation in the body. Right. And the stress releases like too much cortisol to that body. It spikes your blood levels, creating inflammation of the scalp, and then you have a hair issue. So what happens, and usually the hair is the last thing to receive like nutrients. Right. The last thing to receive nutrients. So if you're not eating, if your food is not nutrient dense, then what you're eating is going to support your vital organs first, and the hair is last, which is in part why we may have so many hair challenges and scalp problems and hair loss or dry and itchy scalp, because it really starts within, which is why I tell people healthy hair begins within, which is why I really, really encourage you all to really take this holistic approach. So if y'all rocking with Curl House, and I know you are, then we are growing differently, you That's all. Right. I will keep saying it. I know the things that you say. Eventually, I want you all to hear my voice. Drink some water. Drink more water. You'll be amazed. Yeah, even like you see it in your clients. You know, I'm trained to see it, and I see it. We have my water right here. I could even, when you said the sugar, like even people who are dealing with seborrheic dermatitis, I'll say, do you eat a lot of dairy? And you'll be amazed when you cut out some things, like if you eat a lot of highly processed foods, if you're eating a lot of sugary foods, and I'm not saying don't eat it. Let me be clear about that, because I like myself. I used to like a good Krispy Kreme donut. I don't even have them anymore.
Your whole diet and nutrition, like your nutritional journey is whole transformation. So your palate is different, which is fantastic.
I like my vegan oatmeal bites. I should go get them.
Y'all, listen, I like an oatmeal bite, but the one that you go get them. Go ahead. Listen. She's gonna go get them things. And when I tell you dry, my palate has not changed as drastically as Karen's. I'm working on it, but those things are dry. I have another brand that it has dates in them, and they're real good. Little more sugar, but natural sugar. I don't think it's added sugar, but them things are. Here you go. Here she go with these little vegan bites. And you know what? Guess what? I'm the one that got you on them. Didn't I? I'm the one. Because I was okay. So let's backtrack. I'm the one who found some oatmeal bites, and I was like, "Look, Karen, I got some oatmeal bites. They're dates and oatmeal and something else." And I was like, "These are healthy. These are so healthy, and they're tasty." I keep them in the salon because if I get hungry, I'll just grab a couple of those. And I was feeling good about myself. Karen over here decided that the sugar content in mine, the nutritional chart on mine it's too much. Yeah.
These aren't healthy. I did. I said, try one of these. This is sweetened with dates.
Mine is sweetened with dates.
Yeah, but yours had like a whole ton of. If I'm gonna This is the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay. If I'm going to eat something that's sweetened with a lot of sugar, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to eat a donut. I'm going to eat a Snicker bar. I'm not going to eat something that masks is being healthy when it's not.
First of all, it wasn't added sugar in it, was it?
Yes, it was.
No, yes, guys.
It was.
All right.
It was so much. So yeah, it's like if I'm going to eat something sweet, then I want to eat a Snicker bar. I don't want to eat something that's supposed to be healthy and it's not. Let me just eat junk food.
You know what?
Anyway, we're gonna bring it back. Okay, sorry guys. So I just got what I was saying.
For my healthy decisions.
But
healthy decisions.
But in a nutshell, you all, the entire product line. Thank you all. I appreciate all the congratulations. I see them. I didn't forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay. So back to the product line, you all. I'm gonna make sure I got all your hair related questions. You could scroll through. I want to make sure I got all the hair related questions. Oh, but I really want you all to really, like, for me, and it's what I teach in Let's Get Growing, is what I teach online, on YouTube. It's just what I teach across the board, like, because I believe it. So what I was saying earlier with the chemist, like, I have no problem promoting other products. Like, I do it all the time. I don't care. Even my product. If someone says, Karen, do you recommend this? No problem. Let me recommend something. Because I promote what I believe in, thank you, and I promote what works. So just in terms of balancing hair care with health care, they really go hand in hand.
That's right.
They really, and we have to start flipping hair care on its head, as opposed to really taking a hair centered approach. Then we need to take a body centered approach. And what is happening in here affects this. Even something as simple as drinking water.
Yep.
When you say your hair is dry, like back in the day, if someone told me their hair was dry, I would say, well, what leave-in conditioner are you using? What are you putting on your hair? That's not the first thing that comes to my mind. The first thing that comes to my mind is, how much water are you drinking? Because a hydrated body will first produce hydrated hair. Now you need to still add products to help to maintain that moisture, but it all starts from within. It's just like when you're sick, for example, and your body is dehydrated, and your hair may start falling out because your body is dehydrated. Your hair is dry, it's breaking off, or it's shedding because it's starting within, which is why I really want you all to take this healthy hair. Like I said, I was changing my title because y'all know I got a lot of titles. For 2025, I think I'm going to go with the title. What did I say? I specialize in natural hair, but I am a holistic health educator. Did I say that? No, holistic hair health. That's what it was. Holistic hair health educator, because I teach you how to maintain the health of your hair holistically.
Right.
Let me say that one more time. I am a holistic hair health educator.
There you go. Very good.
Okay. So in terms of Miss Angela, this is something that she does to help de-stress. She gets in the garden and start digging, talking to the plants. You know, I actually saw, like, I have a garden too.
She sure does.
I do. And it's fascinating to see stuff like growing for the first time. And now even talking to the plants, I actually saw, Angela, I don't know if it was a study or I saw something. When you speak positively to a plant, then it helps them.
It sure does.
I don't necessarily understand the science behind it, but I understand how it works. Like speaking positivity, how it works.
It's a living thing.
Thank you.
And so, it's plants there. They are alive and they need sunlight and water, nutrients, just like we do. It's a living thing. And so I don't have a garden, but I do have plants in my salon and they are thriving. I'm so excited. None at home. The salon is where they get the care.
They get all
the care at the salon. But I walk in every weekend, or every week, from after the weekend, walk in and say hello to my plants and rub the leaves and all of that. So I feel you, Miss Angela. Haven't gotten a garden yet. Don't have any grass.
Well, you have to do something on the inside. Okay. But I think so like talking to your plants, being positive, speaking positive things, like reading some of these holistic hair health, grow differently tips on the back of your bottle, being mindful of things. I think that really helps. Okay, let me answer some of your questions because y'all know I can go. Miss Mary, I love your products since I've been using them. I see the difference in your hair. Thank you. Yay. Fabulous, Miss Mary. I would love to meet some of you all because I see every single order that comes in and I know names, but I've met a few of some of you all. Miss Janice, my vegan healthy bites, I get them from Publix. I even have them in chocolate too. I should have brought those too. I have them in chocolate too, but that's what I like if I want something sweet. It's just a healthier alternative. Okay, from Publix, if there's a Publix near you. But it's by, I don't know, is that Alicia?
Alyssa's.
Alyssa's. That's who it's by. And they have them at Wegmans too, if there's a Wegmans near you. Okay. That's it. Let's see. Miss Lanaya. Yes, pumpkin seed oil is known for stimulating hair growth. Yes, there are studies that show that it encourages hair growth. Yes, it does, which is in part one of the reasons I added it to my product line. Absolutely. Let's see. Let me get through the question. Somebody asked the question about let's see, drinking, also the type of water you drink makes a difference. Like natural spring water is very hydrating. Purified water is actually dead water. That is, I do drink spring water. I do drink spring water. Thank you. Or filtered water. Some of you might have some fancy filters in your house. I just go buy it. I also like, sometimes I'll drink alkaline water as well. Look at this. You can even get some vegetable seeds from the Dollar Tree. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. It is, you all, if you want to make these changes, there are ways to do it.
You better start somewhere.
Yeah, you can start where you are. You can start where you are. Yep. Okay, let's see. That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, we got people that's going to start their garden. Let's see. I got to find somebody in North Carolina for you, Miss North Carolina. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to find someone. In terms of shampoo, do you recommend the shampoo for people with locks? Absolutely.
Yes. I've used them regularly, and I love them. It leaves the hair hydrated. With like any other product, you want to make sure that you rinse it out of locks well, because you don't want to get like, you know, a bunch of buildup in your locks or anything like that. But it works fantastic. Leaves the locks feeling more moisturized.
I love the shampoo.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, the shampoo is and it's a good for, listen now, those of you all who have like thick hair or tangly hair, the shampoo spreads really well, and so it helps with detangling. So if you have a 20-30 minute detangle session that is customary for your locks, not for your lock, for your hair, then you can use the shampoo and then work it through your hair. You can start it as a pre-detangle. So while you, after you've shampooed your scalp, whatever, you want to make sure that your scalp is clean. But then you also want to make sure you clean that hair. But as you're cleaning your hair, you want to start to kind of finger detangle, or you can even use a wide tooth comb if your hair is tangled enough, or you can get a wide tooth comb through it. If not, then you start with your fingers first and help to kind of pre-detangle that hair. Then you follow up with the conditioner. And oh my goodness, it feels fantastic.
And someone asked the question, it was earlier in the comment thread about conditioner. Should you deep condition your hair? Can you use the conditioner for deep conditioning? I can't remember the exact question, but it was about deep conditioning. I am a deep conditioner. I recommend sitting under the hood. You can sit under the hood. If you shampoo your hair once a week, you can sit under the hooded dryer every time you shampoo your hair. That is okay with the conditioner. Conditioner softens the hair. It does help with detangling. It kind of steps up the conditioning even more. So you absolutely can sit under a hooded dryer, or you can do a steam treatment.
Yes.
If you want to do a steam treatment. Now, go ahead.
If you're going to do a steam treatment and you struggle with tangles, the steamer actually helps to get through tangles much easier. And so if you I don't depend on what type of device you're using for your steamer, the one that has the nozzle for facials, that's what I use in the salon actually for my clients for their hair. And so if you apply the steamer to the hair, not to the point where you burn yourself, ladies, you got to be careful because steam is hot. Okay, so you don't put your hand close to the device itself where the steam is streaming out from. But if you set it maybe like 6 to 12, more than 6 inches maybe, at a safe distance so that you don't burn yourself. Okay, we're not going to talk exact numbers. Just don't, just set it back a little bit, but have the stream going on. Like, for example, if, I'm trying to detangle this part of my hair, you put the steamer close to that area, and that will help to detangle your hair as well. Have the conditioner on though. Yeah, make sure that you have some conditioner on your hair. That helps with slippage. It helps get those nutrients in your hair that you need to moisturize and hydrate it. And the steamer is gonna help tremendously with that as well.
And that's even in terms of the quencher.
Yes.
Even in terms of using this, what you just said, that was a very good explanation, because what I recommend in the video, I posted a video on my page, how to use the Curl House products. I posted it yesterday, so you could definitely go look at it. But I recommend that you spray water to so when you have the conditioner in. So the best time to detangle your hair, in my humble opinion, is when you have that conditioner in it, because the conditioner has slip in it. It coats the hair. I'm a comb person. Danita's a brush person. It doesn't matter what detangling tool you use.
I use both.
I just like combs, but it's the best time to do it when your hair is wet. And even though you have conditioner in it, if you're not, normally I do it in the shower. But if you're not in the shower, if you're doing it, in the kitchen sink, in the bathroom, you can still take your water bottle and spray your hair with even more water as you detangle it. And that's going to give you the best detangle, which is very similar to the steamer, because the steam is just moist heat. It is water anyway, going directly to your hair, which is in part why the steam and the conditioner work very well together with moisturizing the hair. I mean, with detangling. And this is the question: is it necessary to deep condition as opposed to using a regular conditioner? You can use, even with the quencher, I don't put it under the category as a deep conditioner, even though it is packed full of emollients that help to really condition the hair. But it's not, I recommend it, Miss Doretha. I recommend a deep conditioner. Even a deep conditioner is primarily sitting under a hooded dryer.
Right.
Technically, you can take any conditioner and sit under the hooded dryer and call it a deep conditioner. Now, there are some conditioners, conditioning masks, again, that have different ingredients in it that really work well with heat. But technically, you can take any conditioner and sit under the hooded dryer. And I also recommend that you use the quencher as a deep conditioner if you have a hooded dryer or if you have a steamer. I see your question, Miss Trish. Give me one moment. Let's see, Miss Lanaya, will your products be available for sale for use in salons? So in the Richmond area, I do have a few hair salons that do carry my product line, absolutely. And this year I am working to get my products in hair salons outside of the Richmond area. So you all can definitely help a sister out. You can talk to your hairstylist about my products and encourage them to get in touch with me, info@curlhouse.com. so that we can get into a retail or wholesale agreement so that I can carry them in salons. But yes, I would absolutely love to get my hair products in other salons. Yes, Ms. Doretha, it absolutely doubles as a deep conditioner. So yes, it doubles as both.
Yeah, I use it. I'll put it on. I either do a steam treatment or I do a deep conditioner under the dryer with a majority of my clients.
Okay, so yes, it doubles as both. Okay, so I got a few more questions. We're good to go. We're good on timing. We have a few more minutes. Let's see. Let me first go ahead and put, I'm gonna let you answer these two questions in a moment, Danita. I'll put you on the spot. Be ready for that. Okay, if I go to, is a twist out. Can you briefly show me how to use the products to set and style a twist out? So as I was saying earlier, for a twist out, I think you were here when I did this twist. Now, if you are doing a fresh twist out, fresh hair, then fresh hair meaning clean hair, you would shampoo, condition, then, this piece is,
that ain't fresh.
It's not fresh, but Okay, if you were doing it, actually, you would use it the exact same way.
Right.
If you were doing it on clean, I see your question, 10 speed. Give me one moment. If your hair is clean, or if you need to reset. So if you need to reset, or if it's clean, same thing.
The process is essentially this. I can't think of anything that's different. If you washed it on wash day, you shampoo, condition, detangle your hair, you're ready to start styling. You spray the juicer first.
Spray the juicer.
Okay. And then work that in. Okay. And then if you're going to use the sealer for your twist out, or even for your twist, if you're going to leave it twisted, you put the sealer in. Smooth that in, work it through, make sure you get it on, coat your hair strands with it, and then twist it up. And it just depends on what the goal that you're trying to achieve. We Karen has a couple of videos on how, the twisting that you do. So we got lazy twists and tight twists, and but, if you're gonna leave it twisted for a while, then go ahead.
Yeah, no, I have several videos on how to do a 2-strand twist, Trish. And that video that I just talked about, the one that I posted yesterday, I actually go through the entire product line, and I didn't do a twist out. I did 2-strand twists, but I did like bigger chunky twists, right? And I put it in, I just kind of put it in a side ponytail, but you can definitely go look at that video. Now, what I do recommend, Trish, and others for styling, after you don't have to sit under the dryer. I recommend the dryer, particularly if you're someone who wants a twist out, if you're someone who has, I'm not sure, while looking at your picture, I think you got a lot of hair, Miss Trish. I recommend that you sit under the dryer, give it a little bit of heat. So I with styling products in general, I always recommend some dryer time, but with the twist out, with these products, when you come from under the dryer, it is your hair just looks silky. Remember, it's mango and soy butter in it. Now, I will say for a twist out, Trish, in terms of the sealer, while you can use it for a twist out, it will give you a fluffier twist out. I don't necessarily promote it as a styling product. I don't promote it as a styling product. As I said with Angie, that was the direction I was going in, doing a product that would have both ingredients for styling and moisture, but I really wanted to focus on moisture first, which is why I dropped the ingredients that really gave it a hole. Now, saying all that, you can use it as a twist out, but again, I don't promote it like that. Some people will use it, or you can layer it. So you can also, and I didn't talk about this earlier, you can layer other products on top of it. Right. So if you have a styling product, you can add an additional product on top of the existing products that will give you a little more hold.
Exactly. And the other thing, how I use it, or how I tell my clients to use it. So it just depends on what's going on. But I have some clients who they wear their twist for a couple of weeks. Now, I am a huge proponent of, we need to moisturize your hair every day. Okay. A lot of clients, some people can get a little, can go a little longer than that. But for the most part, I have a lot of my clients moisturizing their hair on a very, 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 very daily basis, really. And so I'll do that. But if they don't, they're not trying to retwist their hair every night or whatever. So I'll twist it up with the sealer after having applied the juicer, and then their maintenance routine, right? What they do from week to week is they'll spray the juicer on top of those twists. Why? And you don't have to take the twist out, but so just if Karen's, I'm not gonna spray your hair, but if Karen's hair was twisted, let's say these are twists at night, it's 9 o'clock at night or 7. Actually, I prefer you do it when you get home. So if you get home at 6 or whatever time that is, but when you get home, so that way it's not wet when you go to bed, or damp, is dried a little bit before you go to bed, but squirt, and work it through the twist, right? Scrunch it through the twist.
Smooth. Excuse me. We're going with spray and smooth.
Spray and smooth.
And then spray and depending on the day, spray smooth and still, but spray and smooth for the juice.
Very good. Very good. All right. So, okay. All right. So that's what we do. And then you spray some oil on top of that, or you apply oil to your hair on top of that. Right. And so that's how you keep it going. Now, what she said is absolutely true. Like, this is not necessarily like the styling product where it's going to give you a long-term hold. However, it will get you a couple of days, right? Like, some people would get like 2 days out of it. It's not going to get you a whole week or 2 weeks. But the other thing is, like I said, if you're moisturized, if the goal is moisturizing on a very regular basis, you don't need that anyway. You're going to wear your twist out, and then, either that night or the next night, or, even if you wear it for a couple of days, you're going to be retwisting it anyway. So you're going to go and put some more juicer on it, right? On your twist out, you're going to spray some juicer on your twist out. And then you're going to go in and juicer, and you can apply some more sealer as well, some oil, or even a styling product as well to reset that twist out, and then you'll twist it up. Okay. And so that's how you use it. That's how you use it, dry and wet.
Now that is my stylist.
Okay.
Y'all got that?
Very
okay.
Good.
All right. We got a few more questions on styling. Let's see. Somebody asked a question about, do you recommend a gel to use until you launch your own? Yes, I have a few gels that I like. I like the Dew Big Papa, and I also like Uncle Funky's Daughter's Curling Magic. So the Dew Big Papa and Uncle Funky's Daughter Curling Magic. And that's pretty much what you use in the salon too, a curling gel, because I like gels. Like, I'm a curling jelly type.
And if
person.
you mousse is good too. So if you I like gels as well. I use gels a lot, but also you can also use a mousse for a moderate hold. There are some mousses now that have even slightly firmer hold, so it's a little bit more longer lasting hold. But like, mousses and gels, the Dew, the Dew.
I did a video on that too.
Yeah. Oh, you have it. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
I have videos on everything.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah. So
Mousse Def is by the Dew, and the Dew is the DOUX, right? DOUX. Yeah, DOUX, and they have one that's called Mousse Def, and then the other one is Crazy Sexy Curl. Yes, Crazy Sexy Curl.
So, but the Dew and Uncle Funky's Daughter.
A lot of people have mousses, actually, y'all. So
I like a mousse is coming too.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna answer some more questions. Is it okay to mix botanical oil with rosemary and pumpkin seed oil? 10-speed, you can, but I don't think you really need to. I would actually just, if you want to try something different, I would probably do the rosemary essential oil with a little bit of the pumpkin seed oil. You could mix them together, but the consistency of the botanical oil is very, very thick, whereas the rosemary and pumpkin seed are a little more liquefied. So I would mix the pumpkin seed, or you can actually use pumpkin seed by itself. But if you want to mix it with rosemary, you can. But it's okay to mix them together, but sometimes when you mix a lot of oils together, you lose the benefits of the individual oils. So I wouldn't mix them together. I would do the pumpkin seed. You can add a little rosemary if you like, but that is optional. This question is for Danita. I have here it is. This is about the Dew. I'm a bee girl, so that's that's a product, the bee collection, the bee honey collection by the Dew. Right. So I love the Dew products, you all. They are dope. Somebody else is a Crazy Sexy Curl, the Dew girl.
Yes.
So so the Dew products are great if you're looking for products. And yes, absolutely, I am adding styling products like mousse and gel in the future. Angela, my chemist, I already told her, hey girl, that's what we're working on next. And I know, because I'm very meticulous about products, I like to take my time. We'll start working on it this year. In an ideal world, I would release it for the holidays, but I'm not putting no dates on it. I've learned to drop these dates Yeah, no, I will start working on the gel. I love gel and I love mousse. So those are the next 2 products I'll start working on.
And the quality takes time, ladies.
It really does. So, and let's see, how would you suggest refreshing the wash and go using your product? Y'all, I'm going to do that. I keep saying I'm going to do that because y'all know a wash and go is my signature. The thing with the wash and go, let me tell you about a wash and go, because I do use my products to refresh a wash and go. A wash and go, particularly if you're using a curl and jelly. Curl and jellies and a lot of styling products have ingredients in it that create a film around the hair. So when you do your wash and go and you sit under the dryer or whatever type of gel you're using, if you're using a gel that gets hard or even medium, it creates this film around the hair to lock the curl in place. When you disrupt that film by adding water or water-based product, many times, just for how the hair looks, and many of us, we like for our wash and go, we would like for our curls to be popping. So with my juicer and how I refresh it, I will take, and I will do a video, I promise, I will take my juicer, I spray it because the juicer is very moisturized. Let me see. Moisturizing. I wish I could show you. Let me see. Okay. All right. Why not? Okay, y'all. I tried. Let me see. Let me get over here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, girl. Okay. Lord, I'm looking into the camera.
It's got our images reversed, y'all, and so we are. That's why
I'm looking weird. Okay,
with what side is which?
Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. Okay, I pulled some hair out.
Lord,
this is how
elbow.
My hair was supposed to be clipped off, Danita. Okay, sorry, Danita.
No, you're fine.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, so in terms of the question with the wash and go, if this is not a wash and go, this is just a cream. If this were a wash and go, my wash and go hair is much more defined. The curls are popping. When you add water or a water-based product like a juicer, you're going to instantly disrupt that clumping in definition. So when I do refresh, I will take not smaller sections, but I will spray this in sections. So, okay.
You're fine. You want me to, I can,
oh Lord, I'm sorry.
How about I spray?
Okay, how about that? So I would spray it.
Can you? Okay.
Oh, we're fine. Okay. All right. So doing that, just spraying it in here. Okay. Can you? And feel that? Don't that feel good,
y'all?
Oh yes, Lord. Okay.
Feels great, y'all.
So I would spray it like this, just to get more moisture into the hair. And then I would take a little bit of my styling product and just layer it. And then that's it. That's it. Sometimes I do it in the shower. If I'm in the shower, then the steam, like if I don't want, y'all know I like my hair looking big. So if I want my hair to look big, I won't necessarily, I'll put a bonnet on because I don't want all that onslaught of steam to get to my hair, because even that steam is essentially water and it's going to make my hair softer and it's going to disrupt my definition in my big hair. So when it's time for me to re-moisturize my hair, that's how I would do it. I would take a little bit of that, I spray it in, or even if your hair is out, I would spray it all over and kind of just smooth it in just a little. Then I may put a little bit of gel in it and then let it dry. That's how I refresh it. Now, I will say this because...
Well, I was going to say, some people, everybody's hair is different, right? And so a lot of people, like, if you don't have Karen's texture, if you have a texture, like if you, any amount of, because it's about to be summertime, y'all. It's getting hot and it's getting humid. If you live in Virginia, you know about the humidity. I saw some, was it Texas? Anyway, humidity is coming. It's coming. And so if you don't do, if you're struggling to get the look that you're going for, can they do a twist as well? Like take your wash and go and turn it into a twist, like chunky twist?
Yes, that's a very good suggestion.
Okay, yeah.
That's a very good suggestion because I'll do that too, a 2-for-1. Right. I'll take my old wash and go.
Yep.
And then turn it into a 2-strand twist and a chunky
and that twist. gives it actually that elongates your curl. For those of you looking for stretching or for elongated curls, like that helps with elongating the curls, but it also still has your hair nice and full and defined as well. So you do the same process, you smooth it or whatever, but then if and that's if you're struggling, like of course you can still do like keep your twist out as well. But some people, I have some clients, like it just doesn't click for them, and so I've recommended that they twist as a backup plan, or as an initial plan, whichever one works well for you.
Okay, so you've done that too with the twist out. Yeah, so you can do a wash and go and turn it into a twist out. And if you do that, like if you're really resetting, then you just may need to pull out the water bottle.
That's right.
So sometimes sometimes I'll take my water bottle, hydrate my hair, and then apply the juicer to it too. Like if I need my hair even wetter, like really, really wet, then I'll just wet it and then add the juicer to it. And even in terms of short hair, even if you have short hair, and I'm about to do a video tomorrow, hopefully if my mother lets me, she has really short hair on how I style her hair. But even with short hair, if you're using the products, if your hair is wet, if you're doing a wash and go or not, you can spray it. So if you have short hair, you don't necessarily have to section it off. With short hair, you can spray it in your hair. You can still, I wish I could demonstrate. You can still use your fingers to smooth it through. Same thing. So it's the same thing with short hair. You just don't have as much hair. So it is the same thing. You can spray it all in your hair. Like I said, you don't have to section it off. You can spray it all over, but you still want to kind of smooth it in your hair. You want to really smooth it in your hair. So let's see. Okay, so if you want to see that technique, I'm going to see if my mama will let me record her tomorrow when she comes here for me to do her hair. In terms of what do I prefer? I used to really like definition. My curls had to be popping. Every curl had to be in place. But now, no. I don't even, it's not as important. It's like moisturized, healthy hair is more important than definition. So whereas before I was I'm going to use my favorite word, Miss Lanaya, meticulous. About.
So you used that word before?
Yeah.
That's
she
so
made a comment.
Well, I saw that and I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, something ain't right. I don't know what you said. But
very, very
meticular is the word. Meticulous is a word. Yeah. You said meticular. And I was like, oh, why she catch that and post and
see, I didn't even catch that. Why are you throwing me on Front Street like that?
Well, I'm just saying because she put LOL behind it and it was a little funny and I was like,
okay, I didn't even see that.
I was like, not you out here catching her.
Well, the word was supposed to be meticulous.
Yeah, I think he was mixed it with particular.
Oh yeah, and it's nothing for me to make some words up and keep it moving like it ain't my word.
That's right.
But now I'm not as concerned about definition. I'm really more concerned about health of the hair. And I think in general, I've got, just like I have prioritized health of the body, is the health of the hair.
That's right.
So sometimes all the gels and putting a whole bunch of gel in it all the time and having it look a certain way and manipulating it and every place being in place, that can lead to breakage. Like if you're doing it too much, the way I was kind of doing it too much. So now it's volume. My hair is like has a lot of volume,
but it still goes right back to what you said about it being healthy. Like what she likes and what I like and what you like and what somebody else likes. I have clients who have a ton of hair and don't want big hair. And I am in a salon crying. Why? Like just wear it big. Like just do it big. And they're like, if you don't flatten this hair, and I'm okay, gotcha. Client wins. You gotta do what the client wants. But you can have a lot of volume and it look dry and ashy as a bone, and you see a bunch of split ends. It looked like a bird's nest. Okay, you can have that volume if you want, right? But if it's not healthy, it's not cool, right? And it could be defined and still be unhealthy, dry. It could still be dry as a bone, brittle as I don't know what, and prone to breaking off like that. I've had that too, right? And so preference is that's something that I talk about often in the salon. Preference is one thing. Health is the first thing, right? But how you prefer to wear your hair, how you prefer for it to feel, and well, as long as it feels healthy. But in terms of it being like crunchy for a curl definition that lasts you for, a few days versus soft, it's all preference. And you prefer to wear your hair straight, and I prefer to wear mine curly, prefer it up. It's preference. It doesn't matter.
But
health,
hair health, hair health,
and this line is gonna get you healthy hair.
Yeah, the line will get you.
This is gonna get you some healthy hair.
It is
grow different,
coupled with the body, coupled with taking this holistic approach.
I just went on a whole.
There we go.
Huh? I just went on a whole.
I got on my soapbox. You were passionate about that.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, as hairstylists, we are the hairstylists that will tell you, no, right? We're not doing that because it's not healthy for your hair.
Real quick,
we're not going to give you what you want. If you want to come in and get your hair bleached, but your hair is already super dry because you don't take care of it, then no, I'm not doing that because your hair is going to come out.
Y'all hear her saying we, right?
Yeah,
we are the hairstylists that are going to give you what you
Yeah. Oh, she trying to play me. Okay. Here we go. I had to post this. Meticulous plus particular equals meticular.
There you go.
Thank you. That is my new word.
That's
meticular.
Right. Meticular.
How you like them apples?
Oh man, I was hoping nobody caught that. I was like, audio ain't that good. But yes, it is.
If you all knew when I created my YouTube video, how many times I got to edit them because the words is like, why I say that? Or I put a little post. Oops, y'all, I meant this. Just my brain. Let's see, which of your products works best to stop hair shedding? Great question, A. Woods. So shedding is twofold. Shedding can be in part from what's going on within the body. So we talked about stress. So high levels of unmanaged stress will lead to excessive shedding because it disrupts your growth cycle, which is the anagen cycle, and sends your hair into the resting cycle, the telogen cycle, which is shedding. So first thing, address what's going on internally. Secondly, I would suggest in terms of shedding this for the scalp. So remember, we're focusing on hair care holistically, internally and externally. So by all means, hair products have their place. But the product I would recommend would be the healing drops for the scalp because they are moisturizing as well. What happens with shedding externally or internally, if you are dealing with dehydration, or if you don't increase your water intake, and if the body is dehydrated, and when you drink water, that water circulates through your body and reaches the follicles last. So because it reaches the follicles last, then that can cause shedding because the hair is not properly hydrated from the inside out. So what these healing follicle stimulating drops do, they're water-based. So they are moisturizing to the scalp. So it really helps to impact the hair that is coming in. So I say all that to say the healer, that is the product that I would recommend. That addressing internally what's going on that may be contributing to shedding, and applying the healer drops to the scalp. And in addition to that, somebody else had a question. You can go ahead.
I was going to say, what about breakage? If it's breakage, I think I recommend all of them.
Okay, thank you. Because a lot of times there's a difference between shedding and breakage. So breakage, the hair grows in and it breaks off.
It breaks like mid shaft, or even wherever it breaks. It could break anywhere. Like your hair is growing and then it starts to break. It could break here. It could break here. It could be breaking everywhere, right? That's breakage. Shedding is falling from the scalp, right?
Yes. The hair is shedding from the hair goes into the resting phase. So shedding is normal, but it's abnormal shedding. So the abnormal shedding, I'm sure that's what Ms. Woods was referring to, the abnormal shedding that's coming out from the follicle. Sometimes,
sorry,
go ahead.
I was that shedding is the healer, like she said, right? That the best product for that is the healer. But then if it's breakage, where you got, shorties, I call them shorties. Shorties. You pull your hair up and, it's 10 hair strands at the top, and then the other 40 and 50 are down here somewhere. You can see right through the little top part. Those are shorties in there, right? And that's breakage.
Yes.
And so
and that's where the whole product line comes
right
in.
And that's where the whole product line, as a matter of fact,
so, I mean, quite frankly, the entire product line was really designed to work synergistically together to really get maximum benefits from the shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, sealer, and the scalp drop. So like that's why the entire product line has this blend. The ingredients are very similar across the entire product line. You all, I did my research on all these ingredients. I won't play it.
Yes.
So yeah, if it is, you'll notice that it will lead to healthier, stronger hair using the product line and being consistent about using it as well. So let's see. Thank you very much. Love the healer drops. Yay. Yeah, the healer, they really are my best. It's my best selling product. So even when I stopped last year, when I went through the rebrand, I still had to produce the healers. Like I can't stop them all.
No.
But I'm gonna, I didn't want y'all to kill me all the way. I couldn't stop them all, but I did stop most of them, but I kept the healer drops. That's definitely the best seller. Somebody asked, is there a point of no return for thinning hair that is thin due to internal dehydration, even if I increase water, shedding, and no styling ability? Now, I'll say this to answer your question. Yes, there is a point of no return for thinning hair that has thinned, period. Now, due to internal dehydration, that's a completely different layer. But just in terms of excessive thinning or hair loss, I could really break down the difference between the two, but I'm going to spare you all and I'll just kind of, I don't know, make a generalization. There is a point of no return as it relates to thinning. Many times, your hair is thinning in part due to your hair not growing, having a slower rate of growth. It's also thinning because whereas your hair follicle, if you think about your hair follicle like a pin dot, if you were to see a hair follicle under a scope like me, I've seen it. Of course, I'm corny. I love these things. You can actually if you normally produce 3 strands of hair, now you can thin and produce 2 strands of hair or 1 strand of hair. That's thinning as well, in addition to shedding. So there is a point where your hair may not regrow if it has been a certain period of time. You said due to internal dehydration, even if you increase H2O. Now, me personally, I'm going to say, if I don't know something, I'm very comfortable saying I do not know. I will say this. You said it's due to internal dehydration. Did you go to a dermatologist or a trichologist just to make sure it's the internal dehydration? Because if it's just due to dehydration, I would just go as far as to say most people, including me, up until maybe the last 5 years, was internally dehydrated. So I want you to make sure that is the reason that your hair is thinning, because if it is the reason that you're thinning, you need 2 to 3 liters of water per day to really produce healthy hair. 1 liter is 33 ounces. I typically recommend at least 2. So that's at least 66 ounces per day. And if you have started to increase your consumption of water, and if that is the only reason then you should see a reversal. If you do not see a reversal, then I would definitely encourage you to seek additional help from a dermatologist. Now, in general, you can have hair loss where your hair follicle closes, your hair follicle is scarred. So no hair, you cannot produce any hair in those cases. So I really want you to be mindful of why your hair is thinning. I also go into more detail about this in my Let's Get Growing program too, where you're able to work with me a little more personally to really get to the root cause of why your hair is thinning. But yes, there is a point of no return for the hair follicle. In general, if there's no blood flow to the scalp, then hair won't grow. If there is no blood flow, hair won't grow. Your hair follicle is connected to its source, which is the blood supply. Once it becomes disconnected permanently from that source, then no hair will grow. And usually you see that in cases where the follicle has completely miniaturized, has gotten smaller due to hair loss conditions, such as female pattern hair loss, or different types of alopecias like CCCA, just for example. So anyway, I know that was a long answer to that question. But yeah, there is a point of no concern. I'm the type of person that always looks for the hope first, the hope in the healing, which is why I encourage you to make sure that you know the root cause. When you know the root cause, then you can address that cause. If it's because it may be more than just water. That's all. I'm not sure, but anyway. Okay, let's see. Lord, okay, we got 10 more minutes. You got 10 more minutes in you, boo?
I got 10 more minutes.
Okay, we got 10 more minutes. Okay, let's see. We got a few more questions. I think, yes, I'm glad we are your kind of hairstylist. Let's see. All right, so Danita, you have a question. Wait a minute, hold on. Where is your question, Danita? I told you to think about these two questions.
The RVA stylist. They're. I saw y'all. They're up higher.
Hold on. It's two questions. It's two questions just for Danita.
They're quite a bit
Lord, we went through all these questions.
I don't know.
The question is, okay, the question is, Danita, are you taking new clients? There's someone in here. Okay, I'm throwing you out there.
So listen, I had to pause on taking new clients because got a little overwhelmed, got a little too much
because the nerve of me to stop doing hair,
right? Which is why when she was like we, and I was like, you sure saying we a lot. But what I recommend is reach out to me, and I will. I'll share my number. It's 804. Does that post work?
Oh,
yeah. You can or email me actually, Danita Loren Beauty @gmail.
Okay, so this is for the people who ask if Danita is taking new clients. I'm sitting here blown away, like, you're really doing this, Danita? Okay.
Because I make referrals. There are some amazing stylists in the Richmond area that I know and have contact with. So I can absolutely make some referrals. But as for me taking new clients, I had to pump the brakes on that. I'm sorry, ladies, but still reach out to me because they're, I do my best to try to make sure I do my best to make good introductions. And so based on what you need, I'll try to, figure out the best stylist for you and not figure out like I don't know them. I know who they are. It's just pairing you with that person. And then I do have a wait list. And so if you would like to be on it, I will, just let me know and I'll gladly add you to my wait list too.
All right. Thank you, boo.
You're very welcome.
Okay. A few more questions, then we're going to wrap up.
Okay.
Can vitamin D deficiency contribute to hair loss and affect hair growth? Absolutely. Yes.
Miss Ivy.
Yes.
Hey, Miss Ivy.
Yes, it can. I recommend, yes, it can. Just in a nutshell. Yes, it can. I have videos on it as well, Miss Ivy. I do where I actually interviewed. I have a nutritionist that specializes in vitamin D. Her name is Robin. She'll be joining me, I think, on April 9th. But I'll put it online. On April 9th, she's the vitamin D guru. But yes, it can affect hair loss. That's one of the things that I recommend if you're dealing with hair loss, that you go get your blood work done to see what your numbers are. And it should be, I believe it's between 60 and 70. Don't quote me on that. With vitamin D levels. But I do have a video online where I actually interview. I have a video that I created, but I have another interview where I interview Robin of Necessary Nutrition. You can also find her on YouTube.
Fantastic.
She's amazing.
Fantastic.
So yes, absolutely. Let me see. Somebody says, let me do this question right quick. After refreshing, washing goes with water and products, do I need to get under a dryer? So Miss Barbara, you can get under the dryer. You don't have to. So when you're doing a refresh, your hair may not be, it depends on how you do it. Sometimes I may take a water bottle, like if I want a real, like a super, super defined wash and go, I'll take my water bottle and get my hair really wet and then kind of go through the process again without washing it. Yes, I get under the dryer for that. If I don't do that, if I just kind of mist it a little bit, put a little gel in it, then I just kind of let it air dry. But what the heat does, the heat really locks your curl in place, really locks the product in place too. Okay, this one, what should we put on short wash and go hair when working out at the gym 3 times a week, washing once a week? Do you have something?
I got it. So listen, fantastic for you working out 3 times a week. Don't you stop that. Health before anything else. So trying to get there. Not quite at 3 times a week.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. Okay. I got you. Right, I'm not going to participate in that challenge right now. We got to build some muscle. But what should I put on your wash and go? So generally, what I recommend, it depends on how long your hair is, guys.
Short.
On short wash and go hair. Okay, got you. But then is it like how short? Like I hate to be specific.
This is the hairstylist center. She can't help herself.
I can't help myself. There is a different regimen for each and every person. So everything that you heard Karen say, like works for her hair because she has a different texture from you. Okay,
a
generalized. I'm gonna give you the best generalized that I can give you. Okay, if you are doing 3 times a week, and you don't sweat much, then if you're washing once a week and you're moisturizing your hair really well when you do that, including doing deep conditioners when you wash your hair, then I would recommend, if your hair can handle just the juicer and some oil for like a quick refresh without getting fuzzier than you like or frizzier than you like, then do that, right? If that doesn't work for you, then I would recommend that you do what Karen just mentioned, do a refresh like midweek or whatever day works best for you, probably midweek though. So then you don't have to wash it necessarily, but you take your water bottle, spray it down really good with some water, and then reapply product if your hair is getting if it's too frizzy for your liking, right? Reset it like that. You can do a little bit of dry time, just like she said, if it's required, but if not, if you can air dry, then that's fine too, right? It just kind of depends on when you do it. If you do it at night, right before you go to bed, you probably want to sit in the dryer for a little bit to get some of that water out before you lay down. If you can do it in the morning, be on your way. It's getting hot outside. You could do it in the morning, depending on what your mornings look like. It's all subjective and relative to who you are and what your life looks like. But that's the short answer. I think just do a little refresh in the mix because your hair is shorter, so it should be easier to do a refresh.
That's all right. You got it.
That's the short answer.
Spoken from a hairstylist. Okay, you all. So as we wrap up, I'm gonna shoot through these questions right quick. Yes, Miss Misty, absolutely. Vitamin D can cause hair loss. Absolutely. And unfortunately, many times with us, doctors, even for me, the doctor looked at my blood work and was like, "Oh, your vitamin D is low. Oh, you'll be fine." Yeah, no, it can be a part of the reason, can contribute to hair loss. Absolutely. Live, work, clean. Actually, I was on Amazon, believe it or not, but when I started to rebrand, I had to come off of Amazon. I just haven't went back on Amazon yet, but I will be getting back on Amazon. And you can send me an email, Miss Maria, at info@curlhouse.com for international shipping. I am working on setting up my website as of right now to have international shipping by the end of April. So it's coming, but I can ship internationally now, just don't do it through my website. So you can tell me what you want to order, send me an email, then we can communicate that way. Okay, guys. That was 2.5 hours. Y'all know I can go. How'd you enjoy yourself today?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I missed this. I have to say, I missed this. I was like,
we started out on the couch with Curl House.
On the couch with Curl House.
And so I'm bringing on the couch with Curl House back, actually, because we started it in 2020 when we were literally on the couch because we weren't in the hair salon. We were closed. Yes. So we started this.
No more than 5 people allowed beside you. Yeah. Something like that. Like, girl, them COVID rules were strict. So we got on the couch and was helping people with their hair.
Just like this. So it was nice to have you back. And I will be having you back. Y'all want Danita back?
It was lovely to be
back. We're going to bring Danita back in a hairstylist capacity.
Okay.
Because you could, like, the hairstyling questions, hey, boo, you can take it away. So as I wrap up, I want to thank you all again for joining me at my launch party. I really, really appreciate it. I did it again. So again, this picture is back from 2020. I did it again then, and I did the big chop again, but I'm going to use this picture to say I did it again. I relaunched my product line again 5 years later, and it feels fabulous. So I thank you all for joining me in this launch party. Thank you, Danita. I encourage you all, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at info@curlhouse.com. Hopefully I was able to answer all your questions. I know it's a question I'll answer that for you, Miss Misty. I want you to look up necessary nutrition for vitamin D, necessary nutrition. And to answer your question, yes. If your body is deficient in vitamin D and it's causing hair loss, once it comes back in balance, then your hair will follow. So healthy hair growth follows healthy body, particularly if the hair loss is due to something going on within the body. But anyway, thank you all. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I have some more lives coming up really, really soon. I am going on the couch with Karen of Curl House. Okay, Karen of Curl House. Kit Curl House, because I've gone on the couch with Karen of Curl House again. I do have some topics coming up, including fasting for health. I will be meeting with someone who has CCCA, which is a hair loss disorder, and she'll be giving her testimony on how she was able to regrow her hair. I have someone who specializes in plant-based eating. I have a lot of people coming up on the couch with Curl House. I just need to do it, you all. I've been talking about it for a while, so I just need to do it.
I'm so disappointed with myself. I thought I was trying to come with CCCA, Central Centrifugal Cicatricial
Scarring.
Okay, Central Centrifugal Cicatricial Scarring.
Alopecia, hair loss.
Wait,
CCCA, Central Centrifugal Cicatricial Alopecia.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah. So I do have some other stuff coming up. If you all have any suggestions, I know some of you will send me some emails and send me some suggestions. You know who you are. But I just wanted to thank you again for being a part of this journey with me. It has been a very long journey. But it's been a very fulfilling journey.
Right.
And I truly believe in God's steps and God being in the details. So I am releasing this product line exactly when I should release it. And as I wrap up, for those of you who have purchased the products or who will purchase the product, I am working on a 21-day challenge. Did I say this?
Oh, what is that? Okay.
I'm such a
another 5 minutes. Hold on.
No, I'll wrap it up now because I'm a glutton to punishment. I am working on a 21. I was supposed to talk about it at the launch, but I haven't finished working on it. This is news to me too.
I'm finding out. Okay.
I haven't finished working on it officially yet, so that's why I didn't say anything. But you'll be getting an email to be
they need the month, April or May.
No, it'll be before that. It'll probably be sometime next week if you purchase the products, or you'll be getting an email. If I say I got to hold myself accountable, so let me hold myself accountable publicly.
Carry on.
Okay, a 21-day challenge, because you are. I really do believe in this. I really encourage you to grow differently. That is really where my heart is. I love healthy hair. I love helping you to embrace and rock your natural hair, but I also love helping and encouraging you to embrace and rock your health as well. How you like that?
Very good. Very good.
Okay. So
good one.
I'm holding myself accountable because I put it out there now. I got to do it. Okay, guys, if y'all have any questions, yes, it takes 21 days to form a habit. If you're interested in the Curl House collection, you can go to curlhouse.com. You can use YouTube YT15 for 15% off. Also, you all make sure you check out the bundles. So some of the stuff, it's already discounted in bundles. And if you get a bundle, then the discount doesn't apply, but I should have put that up here. Anyway, make sure you check out the bundles. I have the full bundle, which is the Grow Differently bundle, which is the whole kit and caboodle. And then I have the maximum moisture bundle. So it is the way you get maximum moisture for your hair and your scalp, which is the sealer, the juicer, and the healer. And then the final bundle is your everyday essentials, which is the juicer, leave-in conditioner, and the healer, follicle stimulating drops. So check out the bundles as well as an option. Okay, guys, y'all, we are over here on fire because this ring light is burning us up, and we're hungry. So we are going to roll out.
I would like to say to Dana, no, I cannot do your sister locks.
Yes.
Love you.
Someone is trying to make a hair appointment on our chat.
It's my sister.
It's her sister.
It's
you know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Until we talk again, stay fabulous and love y'all. Bye.